We live.
We live. Sorry, guys. Brian was having trouble starting the live stream. You should have saw this man back here trying to start the live stream up with his lawnmower.
It was my flywheel, son. It was my flywheel. We got, hey, look, John Orler, first one here. Steve Adams fishing the Mississippi. Second one, what's up? What's up? Kimberly, what's going on? Kimberly, you can't take fourth. You number one over top of all them jokers. Uncle Lou. Hey, Uncle Lou.
Uncle Lou.
You know, I'm glad that, you know, we live. Pontoon Jody.
What's going on? Mac Fishing is in the house, man. It was nice meeting you out there out at the bank the other day too, man. It's always nice to see when you get to meet your subscribers, get to meet your fan base and stuff like
Mac
that.
Fishing.
I
got some beef with Mac Fishing. Team has life. I'm Team has life.
Hey, look,
No,
man,
I'm just
everybody
kidding, Mac.
has to
Just
pick a
kidding.
side, you know. I mean, they don't
David.
have to pick a side, but you know.
What's up,
Everybody
David
pick a
Smith?
side.
Charlie Brown in the building. Charlie Brown is in the building. Charlie, are you watching from Canada or you local? You gonna be here tomorrow for that tournament that Joey
I was
got?
gonna say, is he fishing tomorrow night or not?
I don't
Charlie
know.
Brown, you fishing tomorrow? Or you
He
calling
might be
out sick
still
again?
in
I think
Canada.
he's calling out sick.
What? Got Lance in the building. Painting service by Steve.
Says Brian, who?
Brian, who? Uncle Steve, give me a hard time. I tell you. Uh-oh. Stinky Dinky.
Stinky
Brian
Dinky.
B. Scan has.
This was the size fish right here that two stands was catching yesterday. These little pinky size fish.
Uh-oh, we got a celebrity in the house. We got a celebrity in the house.
Tim Molina.
Damn.
Tim, I'm sorry, Tim, but your boy Brian could not do it. He couldn't do it again, man. He couldn't do it again.
You couldn't do it neither.
Hey,
So,
it was a tie. It was a tie.
So
tie.
yeah.
But I did whoop you though.
No.
We should have had the ultimate tiebreaker.
You barely whooped me, and I was off the scene not fishing for 2 hours.
Hey, look,
Roger,
win is a win.
what's
I
up,
caught
buddy?
15 fish to your like 4 fish, you know. And
No, I ain't had no 4 fish. I had 2 fish, and you had 5 fish, and I ain't had no motor in my boat.
I ain't have no motor either. I had a trolling motor just like you did. It was trolling motor.
He talking about pulling a kayak. He talking about a kayak and a trolling motor,
hey,
and a 17-foot boat and a trolling motor that was on there from 1996. What's up, poor chop? Lance,
this has it going.
I don't want to miss nobody.
What's up?
We got all the Reds, Catfish on the popped in. We got Deadpool. What's up, Deadpool?
What's up, Deadpool?
Man. Y'all see Snatcher ain't here. Hog Leg, what's up, buddy?
Snatcher. I'm about to jump out of Snatcher's closet, make him come up on stream.
Somebody jump out of somebody's closet.
If you guys want to see Snatcher jump up on the screen, put the thumbs up in the chat. Put the thumbs up in the chat. Roll call.
Potomac River Monster, what's up?
And this is why I was rocking all day today, man. I had my fish snatcher style. Yeah. Put the thumbs up if you want to see Snatcher jump up on screen.
There you go. There you go.
Lady Dog. Lady Dolly Blogs, what's going on? Appreciate you coming in. Eddie Gross, what's up, buddy? No real laws. Got Max Fishing. Buck Williams, what's up, man? Buck, don't give me no bad problems. Don't give me no problems tonight, man.
That's right. Don't come after my partner.
Buck.
Roger, we had the The gear ring came off of the flywheel, but once we got the flywheel off today, we realized that 3 magnets in the inside of the flywheel was cracked. So we're thinking that was the issue. Don't know how it caused that issue, but that's what it was. We got it off. I'm gonna get somebody over there, talk to the marine shop. They said they could heat it up. Talk to my buddy, and they said they could heat it up. And
there you go, Lance.
Put it on there, and it should be good to go. I could order the magnets to put back in the flywheel to replace. But the crazy part was when that happened, we were just literally heading to the spot. When they went live, Force One to Be One, what's up? Bite One, what's up? On the way to the spot, the first spot, it just happened out of nowhere. We was literally almost there. And we just heard a loud noise in the motor. It was like, what in the world? And look, and it was just laying there like, hello. But of course it got teeth on it, so it tore up the rod that goes to the timing to the ignition, I'm assuming. I'm not a boat expert. I'm a YouTube boat expert.
I definitely ain't no boat expert at
Yeah,
all.
so I'm getting new magnets. I'm gonna get new magnets, and I think we should be good because the ring I couldn't, of course, because of that ring supposed to sit tight and fit on the motor. It wasn't. I couldn't pull it back up there to even start the motor. I would tear my hand up, hurt myself or whatever. Then the trolling motor started working, and then all of a sudden it stopped. So for that long period of time, y'all seen me not on screen, I was trying to figure out why is the trolling motor not working? Because we was pretty much stranded at that point. And they over there laughing and joking, like Brian over there at the bank, he gonna fish from the bow. Like, you know what? Y'all don't want me come on the screen right now because I'm gonna tell y'all something.
I tried to tell him.
I almost had to go get the kayak out the water, go take it down to the other boat ramp, and then go tow Bryant back to the. That would have been a dope short right there. The autopilot tow the boat back to the ramp.
What's up, Alvin? I miss Alvin. What's up, James? I miss the James coming in. But now we got it up. Like I said, we got the flywheel off. I'm gonna take it to my buddy's shop. I said the marine shop. Take it to my buddy's shop. Have him heat it up. See if he can get it back on. He get that back on. I order the magnets. Get the magnets back in. We just like we left Texas. Good and even. But after I was just like, you know what? When he put the message in there, I was like, no, don't do it. Because they're gonna think we giving up. I'm not giving up. Let's get over here. Took us 40 minutes with that trolling motor and the water was calm. But that joint was like Chunky could have beat me. Chunky could have ran laps around me.
Steve said Brian just needed an oar.
Yeah. I needed more than that.
He showed the paddles. He was about to be on one side of the boat, bro.
And we definitely wouldn't have been back. I'd have been coming up here like, woo. All right, y'all. We finally made it back. Nah, I knew if I needed some help though, Hands would have came in, tried to do what he could do, and Chunky was close. So
Chunky would have went out there and got him. We would have told him back. We would have got him back out of there.
I was at the harbor, so I could have put my boat at the harbor, but you can't. At the harbor, you can dock your boat, but you can't put your boat in or out there. So
yeah, there's no boat ramp.
I'd have got there. My uncle lived right there, so I'd have been good. He could have took us back to our truck. But stressful? Oh yeah, it was stressful. Whew. It started all stressful. On the way to the tournament, I said we gotta get gas. Called herself being early. Went to the gas station. It's loaded. It got like 9 cars there. So I'm like, okay, what we not gonna do is go to this one. Let's go to the one across the street. All the pumps taken up. They redoing it. I said, all right, we're gonna go to the one right there before the marina. Is a smaller gas station. We just need to get gas in the boat, pull up, boom, go over there. They redoing their pumps. So we had to turn back around and go back all through that Virginia traffic. I said, oh Lord, that should have been a sign right there that it was just gonna be a rough day.
Did you see David Smith's comment right there?
Yeah.
Brian, what that big fish, man.
Said then Brian caught that big fish and it has like, I don't care if Brian's boat's sinking.
I was like, once I saw that big fish, I was already on the move. I was like, boop, boop, time to go.
When we came back and I turned the camera back on, I was listening, but I heard the energy and I felt the energy through the live feed and how people was responding and talking and this, that, and the other. I said, you know what? We close enough to the bank, literally, like we was that close. I said, well, you know what? We can anchor up here. Let's see if we catch something. Ain't no point of calling it quits. And I was like, you know what? The trolling motor working now. Remember, we got that little drop right here down there. I said, I'll work the trolling motor because E usually work the trolling motor because it's sitting up front. I said, I'll work the trolling motor because I know how to work it to where as though we're not going in circles all the time. Nothing against E. But we got to the spot and he was reading the depth finder, but that gave him a chance to look at the depth finder and look at the marks and understand. And he was telling me, and I was like, what it looked like? You know, We went to a drop and it was coming up. And I said, ho. We're gonna stop right here then. And boom, we anchored there. And before you knew it, 10 minutes after we anchored, big fish put me back in the lead, son.
That's right. 10 minutes after that point. 10 minutes after anchored.
Go ahead. How you doing?
That's when Brian came alive. Brian was like, quiet the whole time. There was no Brian swag, but I know he was under a lot of stress with the boat. I know what it's like when you're out there trying to perform, and you want to perform, but your tools is messed up, man. Your tools ain't working right. So Brian came alive and started talking some trash, and then I was like, "At that point, 40 minutes left, and all I need is a 10-pound fish. There's plenty of them in this river. I can find one for sure.
Kitty Whiskers, what's going on?
I can find one, and by that point, I had the bite figured out because I was playing the shallows. I was playing the 10 feet, 15 feet, 20 feet of water, but earlier, before that, I was catching all my big fish in 40, 50, 60 feet of water in the channel. Yeah, but I knew that Mark Fishing Magician had went out fishing the night before, and he was catching some good sized fish in the shallows. So I'm thinking, and I was only 200-300 yards away. So I'm thinking it's gonna be the same type of bite, but it wasn't. So I was spending too much time playing in the shallows. So I went back and found those that 10 or 11 pounder and 19 pounder right there, right down the stretch.
Hold up. Hold up.
And 10 minutes after Brian B got there, you hear something that you heard a lot of last night from Team Brian B and Two Stands Fishing. You heard fish on.
We heard that I was saying fish on. When I got the big fish, y'all couldn't even hear me say fish on. I'm like, they talking so much that they don't even hear me. All they see is me putting this. I'm like, that's why I stood on the back. Like, they can't see me. They don't hear me.
Whoa, Tim. 5 fish. What show was you watching, Tim? What show was you watching? I called.
That's right. Big shout out
today. 15 fish.
Big shout out to Tim.
And all of them were over 2 pounds.
They said you caught 5 fish, son. You see that?
I caught 15 of them, and all of them was over 2. Now, Stan, he was on fire. He did catch the biggest fish of the tournament, and he caught a couple nice size. But 28 of those fish were this big.
Hey,
we are not.
I still caught I say I. When I say I mean Stan 3 and I, and my partner there. But we caught the big fish, the big 3 fish, the most fish, and the smallest fish.
Thank you,
and
lady.
we did win.
Lady Dolly,
And it did
appreciate you
not
coming in and
win.
checking us out. I do a little live fishing, and we do this once a
Thank you,
week.
Big Rod.
Never know, it's not scheduled. I appreciate you coming in and checking us out.
But big shout out to
Lady Dolly. I'm gonna come over there and check your channel out too. Chris Everett,
but
what's
honestly,
going on, buddy? Appreciate you
when
coming
we
in.
set up the tournament, I was like, okay, what do I do with the tiebreaker? I'm trying to figure out what do I do with the tiebreaker, and then I was like, well, let's just do most fish from the boat, and biggest fish from the bank. That'll be, it'll flip flop, and that'll be the tiebreaker. Not thinking that Brian's boat was gonna go down, because I thought the tiebreaker would be in favor of Brian B and two stands with
that was
the
a goal.
big fish from the bank and the most fish, because Brian will catch a lot of those, two stand size fish too as well. So if it went down to a tiebreaker, Brian and Stan, they had a really good shot at catching the most fish and the biggest fish from the
French
bank.
toast.
But Brian's boat went out of commission.
Yeah,
but Roger, he targeted those. Hey,
fish. Let me tell you something. What you looking for? You hungry? My plan was, you can eat some of that. My plan was to go over where I went the first time. Target a number of fish. Yeah. Target a number of fish. I told E, I said, once we get 10 fish, we gone. Because it don't take us a long time to get 10 fish from over there. So we gone. Then we're going to go over to our big water, go get some heavy boys, and just wait them out. If it don't take too long, give them an hour and a half or whatever. We'll sit there and wait on them. Then if not, then we'll go back on the other side where me and Chunky go, and we'll sit over there and try to get some bigger fish. I couldn't go over there. We had a plan because I said if a tiebreaker, I don't care if Has got bigger fish, Stan gonna have more fish. I wasn't worried about no real lows because I know how to bite now. I said, but if I got more fish than Has, boom, we ain't gotta go to the second time. It just tore me up with the boat. I didn't have 7 o'clock. 6:45 is when I pretty much started throwing reels out.
My plan was exactly what happened. However, the only thing that was different, y'all heard that we pre-fished for 3 days straight to find the spot. We started up here in the city. We caught a couple small ones. Nothing. The water was dead. It was really low. We moved further downriver. Nothing.
Oh, it's
moved further down.
It's going to be a rematch.
We drove an hour to get down to that spot. And when we were there the night before, there was channel cats there, 3-poundish channel cats. So that was the whole plan on a couple of the rods was channel cats, 6-aught Gamakatsus. When we go for channel cats, we downsize the hook to to a 6-aught. So 6-aught Gamakatsus and some shrimp for channel cats. Well, by that next day, that field of baby blues just came in and just chased all the channel cats out of there. And we had obviously the big eel, and we had some big jumbo bait fish that we were trying to do the big jumbo bait fish for flatheads, because there is a couple flatheads in that area.
What's up?
And then we had the eel for the blues. So we basically had 2 rods out for the monster fish, 2 rods out for, those 20-pounders, 15, and we had other 2 rods out for channel cats and stuff. And instead of catching the channel cats, we caught the baby blues that were there. But
all right, Willow put a question out saying what was the tiebreaker. So I had the rules were in the description the whole time, and I was trying to I explained it a couple times throughout the night, but it was a tag team match, and Bex and Steven, no real loss, were fishing from the bank, and 2 stands was fishing from the bank, and it was the most fish from the bank gets a point. You know, basically that's how you look at it. You
But
know,
listen.
and two stands took that category. Most fish from the bank, 33 to I think Nobody Lost had 10 or 11, 9.
It was 38, but who's counting?
38,
38.
man.
and but it was like, you know, 30. It was 3 really, you know, 3 fish really, and then a bunch of preemie babies. There was a bunch of preemie babies, and then from the boat, it was your 3 biggest fish, and that would give you another point, you know. And I had the 3 biggest fish, and what's up? What's going on, champ? And they had the biggest fish from the 2 stands had the biggest fish from, I mean, the most fish from the bank. So that split it right there. And then the tiebreaker was roles reversed. Biggest fish from the bank, and then your most fish from the boat, which was also a tie as well, because Stan had the biggest fish from the bank, and I had the most fish from the boat. So it just ended up being a dead tie.
Yeah, been a bit tie.
Dead wash.
Yeah, we needed an odd number for a tiebreaker. We just didn't even think about it. It was just
it didn't go the way we wanted it to go, because I would have.
But it actually worked out perfectly because now we get to have a second match. So it went a perfect way. You know, it was a perfect storm. It was a perfect night. It was a weird night with Brian having his boat issues and all that. So we're gonna run it back again, and this time we're gonna bring you guys in, and we're gonna come up with some rules, and then we'll let you guys do the voting on A or B, which one you guys want to see, and we'll do that. Because I was also even thinking about, if it's a tag team match, what do tag team partners do? They tag each other back and forth, right? So if you do, let's say you still have the most fish and the biggest fish, but let's say you tag each other back. You know, from the bank, you're noticing, okay, I'm on some size right now. There's some big fish rolling in. You guys can make that decision where, hey, I'm gonna go for most fish right now, and you know, you go for big fish, or you can you guys can figure it out instead of it.
We're gonna get together.
But I thought that was gonna be a little too confusing. I didn't want it to be very confusing with the tag back and forth. So I was like,
fishing with the dot, chilling Charlie, what's going on? Willow, what's happening? I ain't speak to you. Papa T, what's going on? Melissa, hello. Melissa.
40 awesome people. 40 awesome people watching. Thank you.
I ain't seen Hogleg say nothing in a minute. He might be watching on TV and she chatting. Or he might be watching them 16 cameras.
The dot.
Well, I mean, it was a tiebreaker, but it just happened to be that we split both the first round and the second round, you know. It
was a crazy. I thought at the very Big Rod's event, what's going on? I was at the point where, as though, you know what, it's gonna end up as a tie the way it's going. Maybe the last 30 minutes, I was like, it's gonna be a tie, and I was cool with that, because that's what that showed you that we has what it takes. I had boat trouble and everything, and I had Has behind me for a minute over like 30 minutes of fishing. I had a plan. It did not work out because of boat trouble. He gonna be, ooh.
Hey, look, right now my section.
I'm demanding now that I need a repeat. Do you has what it takes? Has life against Brian B.
Hold up.
And I'm letting the people know. I couldn't go where I wanted because the water was so crazy. See, you don't want no smoke now.
This Joker thing after last night, that he can do another one that just has it, bro. First of all, you got to worry about no. First, you got to worry about.
I'm gonna get that boat together. Once I get that boat together,
with the partner, it's all good. It's all good, because the closer that we get, the more days that go by, the river's gonna balance itself out in my section, and it's gonna be on fire. Right now, we're in that crazy transition where it's kind of hard to locate these big fish. But for the last month and a half, 2 months, you guys been seeing the pictures, you guys been seeing the thumbnails. We've been pulling out a whole lot of big fish. But right now, the fish are in some crazy transition. where the water temps is, they dropping 10 degrees, they moving fast. We're gonna locate these big fish, and the more
Next week
that
will
we
be 60s.
next week, and then the week after is gonna be even better. It's gonna be even better because we're gonna get out of this transition and get into, that fall. We
That
actually
way they're
gonna
gonna
get
get aggressive. That's when I like
and
it.
they're gonna
They
get aggressive, and that's what's gonna be
You see
even
what-
better.
You see what Stan 3 put out there? Yep, you were right. 10:30 means 11:30.
What's up, Nate? Well,
We always
understand
running
that
on
language.
2 stands time today.
What's up, Nate? Mike's fishing
Nah, but-
home.
We
What's up,
definitely
Mike?
gonna,
Somebody
we
else
definitely
came
gonna have
in,
a
I
part
think.
2. It's gonna be in November because we have this monster hunt that we all gotta. I take that serious, and I don't want to sit around and play around with this tournament right now. Now it's time to focus on the monster hunt. We got 10 days. I got 10 days to figure out this bite, figure out where I'm gonna fish at, because I may not fish in the waters that I've been fishing. I may go to some open waters and drag some baits and do something different. So I'm gonna be playing around a lot on the river for the next 10 days.
He
because
coming on my
lot.
side of the water. He gonna come on my side of the water.
I'm gonna be. I am
And
coming on that.
Once he come on my side of the water,
First of all, it's
and
not
drag
your
bait,
side of the water. It's Chunky side of the water. And
Chunky side is still pretty much on the other side. Once you come under that bridge, buddy, you're on my side.
oh no, I'm not coming down that far.
You
But
tripping.
I had some spots to go to,
You
and
tripping.
I'm gonna try them out.
Appreciate that, James K.
We'll talk. I'll show you some Navionics shots.
I got some stuff. In the works. I got some
James
stuff in the
Kirk.
works.
How did you let a troll on the panel?
I see you earlier. I think I shot you out.
Big dog,
You let a
Tim.
troll
Big
on the
dog.
panel.
Yes, for the next 10 days,
He
I'm
paid
gonna
his
be.
troll fee.
For the next 10 days, I'm going to be playing around in the water, having some fun and figuring out, because everything I'm doing is brand new to me. I've only bank fished this whole, before this year, I've only bank fished. So now I got to figure out the fall bite from the water.
What's the dream?
It's a lot different than the summer.
What's the dream? I don't know what this
James
big
River. Hey, look,
who's the
so-
James River? I mean,
I've
shout
been
out
to the James River.
They had my back last night.
3 times. 3 times I've been to the James River.
I'll be
And
right back.
I haven't caught a bigger fish than what I catch on the Potomac River. The biggest fish I caught on the James River so far is 40-something pounds, 42 pounds.
All right. But you 3 times and you caught 40-something pound fish. You caught a couple other big ones.
Yeah.
But that's only 3 times. How many times have you fished the Potomac?
Well, that's 3 trips, but it was a lot of fishing going on. And I was also going with people that know where to go to get on some fish,
Yeah,
So
that
it
was
like I was going. It wasn't like I was going to the James and figuring out, because a lot of the going to Potomac was trying to figure it out. I was going with some experts, But even you never know how the bite's gonna go. You never know how it's gonna be. I don't. The James River is a step up above the Potomac River when it comes to those big fish class. When it comes to numbers, Potomac River, even what you guys saw yesterday, yes, it's been slow from the bank for the last 2 weeks, because like I said, we're in that fall transition period. So it's been slow wherever you're at on the Potomac, unless you were in Chunky's hole and where he was at, and it's just been on fire. But we're in that fall transition period and just trying to figure out the bite. But James River has, them 70s, 80s, 90s, and I've seen hundreds. They have 110-pound fish that Adam caught. What's Nautical Pride Fishing. And I contribute that to the bait fish on the Potomac River. You guys have them James River gizzies. That James River gizzard shad population they're not only is they're plentiful, but they're also massive. They're big. And that's where I think
go ahead.
That's why I think you get that, the Potomac River. We don't have them gizzard shad all throughout the river. And the river is also bigger too, as well. When it's wider, it's longer than the James River. And the James River is more compact. And you guys also have bigger rivers feeding into the James River too as well. Where the Potomac River, we don't have any like big rivers feeding into the James. I'm sorry, the Potomac River.
Well, the big thing with it, I agree with you, is the food source. And these
Yeah.
gizzard shad that are here year round. Stand 3 and I caught one in the net the other night that was probably like a 2-pound. I mean, this gizzard shad was bigger than a football. Like you couldn't even put your hands around it that way. It was such a big gizzard shad, and that's not unusual. You can catch them like that all the time. So that is, what makes the fish grow bigger.
Yeah.
You need the right waters, you need the depth, the current, all that stuff, but you need that main food source.
Mm-hmm.
And that's what we have.
Like saying to go out there and chum the water up all night.
What it seems like now is, and I think that's why eel. We were talking about this little last night. Eel. There's just so many eel in the Potomac right now that seems to be taken over as one of the main food sources for catfish there, and I think that's why you're seeing some of them grow bigger now, because they've got that bigger food source that they're eating. So,
and then muskrat, the fall transition. Now, I have caught my bigger fish. Well, I would say this year I've caught my biggest fish, like consistent bite, in the summertime, in the stretch of river that I fish. Now I've been I've been fishing the same stretch, fishing a lot of the same holes, just moving and venturing a little further out each time. But the fall transition right now for me over the last, we're now the 20th day into October. I've been out on the river 4 times right now. And the biggest fish that I have is a 39-inch fish. Now, going back to the previous month, I would already have 4 fish over 40 inches. The bite has definitely changed in my section of the river where I'm at. And it's just trying to figure out where those big fish went to, because they are not there right now. So I have to move. I have to cover a little bit more water.
I know where they go. They come on my side.
And they haven't gone that far.
Oh man, they travel overnight, man. Let me tell you something.
Nah, because where the area that I fish at is, it consistently holds big fish. It consistently holds them. So they didn't travel too far. They're around there somewhere.
That's right. And Pontoon Jody out there, I see Tim saying Pontoon Jody has what it takes.
Ooh.
But Pontoon Jody, what is it? Tomorrow night, Thursday night, 10 p.m. Check out, if somebody could drop Pontoon Jody's link. Going to be doing the flathead contest. I'm not sure who all is fishing in it tomorrow night, but I know somebody that'll be up on the screen. Just saying.
I know Charlie Brown's supposed to be there if he get back from Canada.
What's Charlie doing in Canada?
I know Mike's fishing home. It was Jody didn't set this up to be an every week thing. Maybe she did, but her debut was against Charlie Brown. If y'all know who Charlie Brown is, I don't want, it's all the fun and jokes. Talking about Jeremy Tournament Cats.
Mike,
they were supposed to go 1v1 the very first night that she was going live, that Thursday night. And he said if there's a chance he had bad thunderstorms and rain. But after talking to some people that live right there by him, and it was no rain, no nothing.
Yeah, bad storm.
The chat that night, she got a couple other people to fill in for him, and she had a 6-man fishing tournament. So that's where the Thursday night Pontoon Jody show.
Thank you, Roger.
Is. I don't do Tim. I will, but I'm not right now. I'm not. I can go to the bank and catch some fish, but I don't want to. I hate going to the bank and fishing when I'm out there by myself, because a good bank spot that I got that's turning on now is dark, like pitch black. I will put 2 lights up, and it's just the weather's still funny.
Ryan, you know,
And the park ain't went out there.
The
Park ain't
woods,
went out
I
there.
take mile to get to my fishing spots in the woods. Ain't no street
Nah,
lights.
no. When I say
and a half.
when I say
Why
that,
me no has what it takes to go fish a bank spot, y'all.
Nah, when I say that is because of the snakes, because there's been several poisonous snakes that then came out of the bushes there, and the park hasn't cut them down. So I'm not messing with them on out there in the dark until the weather cool down and stay that way.
That's
jokers
that's
come
what
out during the
happens
day.
when you send them snakes my way, man. Don't send them snakes the Has way, and then they won't come back and bite you in the butt.
Yeah, I don't want to mess around with no snakes. I don't do snakes. I see a snake, I'm gone. Bye bye. I might lose my odds and everything.
I don't know. I've never seen any snakes from the bank, but in the kayak I have for sure.
I sent them that way. I wanted them to get away from me.
That's why you had problems this time. I sent the flywheel. I sent the flywheel problems your way.
You know what? You know what I say. I hope you know the rest.
You haven't been saying that lately, man. We should mumble. Why I say mumbo? Because I'm type of mumbo. Yeah. Oh man.
I say, what the heck is mumbo?
Jody, that's awesome. We got Luther, Catfishing Curtis. Luther's Cowboy Catfishing, I think's his name.
Catfish Curtis came in. What's up, Catfish Curtis? I ain't see
you. He's fishing tomorrow night. And Jeremy, Steve Adams fishing again. Missy Kenny, that's awesome.
Missy
and Joe. And then me and Jim are hosting it. That's awesome. And she said she's still got an opening. There's a lot of awesome things.
No, I'm not getting no kayak. I won't be that low to the water. I already got a bass boat. How low you want me to get to the water?
A lot of awesome events coming up. Do you have what it takes?
Don't knock them kayaks, man. That's the funnest way to catch them.
I just ain't comfortable. If I don't feel comfortable getting in the kayak, being that low to the water.
Hold on, can you swim?
Yeah, like a fish.
So if you can swim, then you should be comfortable in the kayak, man.
I'm not trying to get in the river. Just because you step down in the water all the time, you comfortable. I'm not comfortable.
You don't have to. You can go put it in.
That's why your head bald, because you went in the water one too many times.
So why your head bald? Why's your head bald?
It's in my blood.
So then your ancestors went in the water one too many times.
Well, shame on them.
Yeah, I don't go in the water myself either.
Yeah, over there he catches a sturgeon and then he floats on his back and then does Olympic swimming across the James River.
Yeah, I can swim better than I can walk. That's for sure.
The hair growing back already, man. We getting it back, man.
Color commentator. I ain't see what you said, Tim. Hold on, I gotta scroll back up. See what you said. Seen that again. I don't know, Tim. What you say, Brian? You should go help out as well. Oh, on Jody's tomorrow. I go there. I mean, me and my partner, my bro, my BFF, we know how to get it done.
That's definitely gonna be a good time.
I can't wait because by the time we come back in November, the bite is gonna be on fire from the bank on the Potomac River.
I'm hoping
no real laws is gonna put a whooping on 2 stands and Brian B. Catfish.
What's up, Dale?
Sweet doggy.
Hey, by that time,
whooping on you, boy. I'm gonna get back on my 50s and 60s. I'm gonna find me a 70 next month. Matter of fact, I'm finding me a 70-pound fish.
Thank you.
Not
Jody.
next month, in the next 10 days, I'm gonna find me a 70 around here somewhere.
I'm finding an 82 for the monster hunt.
82.
I'm gonna get an 86 to break the Maryland state record.
2 stands is gonna find an 82 centimeter fish, y'all. That's what he's gonna find. 82 centimeters long.
I got some plans in this right here. It happened yesterday. It kind of worked out in his favor.
8-pounder.
Do you ask what it take? That's a tournament. That's a good tournament, excellent tournament. I always enjoy myself in it, but with this Monster Hunt tournament, is like you gotta be serious because of the people that's in it. And I was
right, Mike Fishing home
for that tournament, but it didn't due to the motor. I couldn't even work on it.
Money. Brian's up to like $662 now.
I ain't said that. I ain't said that word.
It's going on.
Sweet dog. Sweet dog.
That's right. Roger did get close. He got a 78-pounder, Muskrat Adventures.
Yeah.
Y'all can check out his channel, see that 78-pound monster.
Yeah, see, if we ain't had them issues with the trolling motor last night, even going back, this is how competitive I was. I went and dropped 2 rods and put the dragon weights on them. But with it not working and staying running, I was like, you know what? This reeler rods in E. I can't do it. I was like, ain't no point because I know he focused on what I'm doing and make sure we going. And it's too stressful. I was like, reel him in. We went across, all the way across, and we just one dragging or nothing. I could have, but I wasn't even thinking about that. At that point, it was, let's go get the boat back and just go home. Like, dang, I didn't want to do this. Did not want to quit. But thank God I worked it out. And I almost had his ass.
You was about this close, but then I opened up that lead. I had to open up that lead.
Yeah,
I had to open up that lead.
I had that joker he had that trolling mode out there going.
Actually, I was suspending, so it was going slow. We was only going like 0.3 miles an hour, 0.4 miles an hour.
He was hitting rocks and everything. He was like, "Yeah, I got them dragon weights. If they break, they break." They
no, man, that's what I was hoping. I was hoping that I didn't get snagged up because I get snagged up a lot. So I was hoping I didn't get snagged up. Because if I got snagged up, that was going to take me out the game for like 3 minutes. That was going to take me off my course. Going to take me off my course.
I said, man, I hope.
Then I caught that one fish.
Not get snagged up and pull a yak back.
Then I caught that one fish, and then he got tangled up on my other line. And when I was trying to get that untangled, another fish hit that line, so I had to reel him in with my hands. I was like, oh man, I just had to cut. I was like, cut this. Let me tie this back up. Toss this down there.
Well, it's kind of hard to do, Tim, when you don't have boat, buddy.
Tim, what world is you living in? The Ease,
right.
If he had a boat, it would have been on E's boat.
Yeah, I told him while I was messing with the trolling motor to send something in the message because I couldn't get on screen and say nothing because I had the trolling motor working, and at that point I didn't even want to stop messing with it. I just wanted to continue doing what I was doing. If I stopped, left the button, whatever, maybe it stopped working again. And I wasn't going through that because at that point we was pretty much out of where we was at and heading to the middle of the road. So I was just trying to get back on the other side. You see how long it took that? I think that I got a 1996 Bass Tracker, so that trolling motor is the original one that came on it. I want to say it's a 30.
It's time to upgrade your trolling motor, champ. It's time to.
But I never use a trolling motor unless an emergency. The motor stopped working.
Yeah, but I mean, the trolling motor is a very valuable tool to use on a boat. That's why I don't even like using my boat because I don't have a trolling motor because I could fish the river a lot more efficiently if I had a trolling motor on that thing.
You can't put a trolling motor on a boat, a semi yacht.
what I know on that one. I mean, I don't know what it would take. You would have to find the biggest shaft in the world to put a trolling motor on that thing, and I would have to have like 8 batteries running that trolling motor.
Yeah, it might be a 36 thrust. Yeah.
I would have to have 120,
yeah, I think it is.
112, whatever the
Like
biggest thrust is you can have.
You can't.
My trolling motor in my kayak is a 45-pound thrust. It got more thrust than that.
Yeah, because you pull in a lighter weight. You talking about 17-foot boat and 2 people on it.
I'm saying my trolling motor. I've been in a I remember when me and my brother was in a John boat with a 45-pound thrust trolling motor. That John was we burned through 2 batteries real
but
fast.
I thought about it. I said
that. I mean, a trolling motor is a very great, especially where you fish at. I would never anchor up, man. I would drag baits all day long over there.
Not with a foot pedal.
All day long. Nah, I would just upgrade the trolling motor. That's all I would do. Upgrade the trolling motor.
I would go to where I'm going. And
if I was down there, that's how I would do it. I would drag baits.
Oh, that's what
I would have 4 rods off the back of the boat, and I'll have 2 rods suspended off the side of the boat.
That was the
with
plan.
The Uncle Lou's planer boards on the outside, and then the other rods.
I was going right outside the main channel. I was going right outside the main channel.
That whole place.
I was going outside the main channel when we went to Chunky Spot. Start at the bridge, past where it says cable, and drag the baits up. Yeah. Then come around and hit the outside of that channel and come back down towards the bridge. I know we was gonna catch a monster.
Yeah, that's what you gotta do.
With the motor going, it threw me off my game. We wouldn't have been able. We got home 12:15. If we would have did that and went on that side, we might have got over on that side under the bridge. With the water being calm as it was, we still might have got over there and still maybe had an hour to fish in the tournament.
Yeah. Like, that spot lock feature is crazy. That's all I use in the kayak. I don't even have an anchor in the kayak. I would never anchor in that thing. That's too dangerous.
Roger, you can't add spot lock on my trolling motor.
You gotta upgrade that thing.
Oh no, I know. Like I said, it's a 96. It's the original trolling motor.
Yeah.
And Jack, a lot of us bass fish and do other kind of fishing, but like you can check Has Life. He's got bass fishing videos out there.
So the thing is, like, even if you upgrade the trolling motor on that boat and you put it on that boat and you turn around and you want to sell it, you taking that trolling motor off that boat and then you gonna put
absolutely.
It on your boat.
I've been looking for like 2 months at trolling motors, but everything I see that's used, I ain't trying to buy a new one. I buy a new one, it's just not.
That's why I went in. When I was looking at trolling motors for the boat, I was like, you know what? It's cheaper just to buy a whole new kayak than to get a trolling motor. So I was like, yeah, I'm getting me a whole new way to fish. I'm getting me a whole new way to fish.
Yeah, I'm talking about like $2,000, $2,500 for a trolling motor. Man, I'd be better off financing another $2,000 and just pay with it. No, yeah, you do. You got a ditch pickler, John. That's what I told you earlier. Why did you sell it, Uncle Lou? Why did you? Oh my God!
You gotta get yourself. If you want to efficiently fish your section of the river, you gotta get a trolling motor, man. That's the thing I'll be looking at the upgrade for next year to upgrade that.
Uncle Lou just sold one. The hell with the warranty.
Yeah. The XI3 is like $1,000. XI3 is like $900, $1,000. Jeremy said it's not bad because that's when they have a kayak version of that too. It doesn't have spot lock. It may have spot lock. I'm not sure, but it comes with a remote either way, and it's like $900 or $1,000.
Yeah, that's why I say I want something where as though I could work that remote. I ain't got to work that daggone foot pedal. I'm not in the front. So
Yeah, you need something with a
Easier
remote.
for
I
E
mean,
to
you
do.
can get
I
them.
could work the remote with E in the front. I see where I'm going. Whatever.
Yeah.
But yeah, that
Yeah, look at that XI3.
I got an
Them brand
ancient.
new.
I got an ancient. What they say, ancient Chinese secret. That's what I got for a trolling motor right now. But that joker ain't worth nothing.
Big Rod Bent says, no one says Dag blasted, but Catfish Dave and Pontoon Jody.
And us tonight.
And John Oilers. John Oilers said he caught a wall hanger.
Oh yeah, Jody and Ern solidified a challenge about 3:30 this morning because it ain't 12 yet. They going against each other. Jody lose, she got to jump in the water, and she got to give him what is it? I forgot the rod.
Oh, big cat
fever rod. And if
Big
Ern loses, he from the dock, he has to jump in the water and give her pinky.
Pinky.
You know how he
so it's a jump in the water and a rod for rod. Pink slips.
Yeah.
Pink slips. When is this going down?
Well,
that's what we trying to figure out.
That was the catch.
When is this going down? First, so she's fishing from the boat.
Mm-hmm. He fishing from the bank.
Oh man, why would you, regulators? Why would you do that to yourself?
Don't discourage him. I want to see this.
I thought we all made it clear. We all do not bet Jody. Nobody know. I guess nobody listens to us.
Jody says, I think I am taking the rods out of it. I hate to see a grown man cry over a rod.
Oh, man. Don't do it, Jody. Don't do it. Stay fierce. Do not do it.
Jeremy, that don't mean nothing.
Oh, man.
Just rod pink slip.
Roger. The water temps where we at is in the 60s now. It's 60 degrees.
Yeah, that full moon.
It's not going into. Going into the water is going to be like a shock initially, but it's still not that cold. But coming out of the water is going to be cold, especially if you're doing this at nighttime.
No, with the air temperature like it is going in, it's going to feel nice. Yeah, like stick your hand in the water.
Be the problem.
But yeah, coming out, woo,
that's
chilly. It was chilly that night. It was so cold that night. When I did that bank tournament a couple weeks ago, and I stepped in that magical deep hole.
You didn't step in it.
It was. It was so cold. And you know me, I'll fish in December in shorts and a t-shirt. And I was like, yeah, you know what? Stand 3, we got to go. I've had enough.
Oh, I'm tripping.
Oh, it's like this. We both fishing from the dock. No boat involved. Oh.
No boat involved?
No boat is involved. Things just got interesting, Jody.
Jody's fishing on the same dock. Jody's fishing at the dock?
No way. Jody must got a vacation planned. What's
hey, Judy Booty Catfish in the house. There she is.
Hold on.
Judy, there she is. Judy Booty. Hold on. Judy Booty's a guy?
What?
What?
Are you sure?
Yes, Jody is okay. So they are both going to be on.
Yeah, Jody
at the same time. You know what? Make it so that you get to push your opponent into the water. You just give me a little.
That kind of changes things around a little bit. Aaron knows that doctor well.
Hey,
even grounds. Okay.
When they come to the dock, we got to go down there to witness that.
When is this happening? When is this going down?
Set the date. We coming down, and it ain't for the food.
I don't
in the water.
Well, Brian is checked out. I can't travel right now. I can't leave Wifey's pray. No. What are you doing with that, Brian? I hope you're not going fishing tomorrow with that.
I'm about to throw this in the pan, son.
Oh,
That's
okay,
right.
okay.
Throw that in the pot, not the water, Brian. You know, we
Throw
bros,
that
we
in the
partners,
pot.
but
Do
you
not waste no
take that
bait.
out for bait. I'm gonna have to rethink those decisions.
Man, when we was out there the day that Brian did this to my head, he was like, he came up to me and whispered, he was like, "Hey, Has, I got bacon on the hook." I was like, "You got what?" It's like, don't tell nobody, I got bacon on the hook.
I want to see if it worked.
Oh man. She has better. Oh, I didn't even want to see that comment. Let me go to the next one.
Epic, what up, Epic?
Yee in the house. What's up, Yee? And yeah, that new rig. There was one like that a long time ago. That's not a new thing, but it just kind of died off. You know, have you seen that rig? The Inu rig. Basically what it is you got the hook is up at the one part of the worm and the line goes through it. So the worm is like an S. The line goes through it. So when you jig it, it goes into the S, and then when you put the slack back in, it expands back out. So then when you twitch it, it goes into the S. So it's like this. It like accordions itself back and forth.
Yeah. I say it's all on Facebook.
Brian, what you know about that? You don't do no.
It's all on Facebook. I don't go for ditch picklers. Who got time for that?
Look, my PB bass is 9.3 pounds, 9 pounds 3 ounces.
My PB bass is like 3 pounds.
Hey, Epic is in here. We're not talking about no ditch pickles. We want monsters.
Oh,
Epic will throw a 9-pound bass on the hook and just pull out a monster.
That's what you call puppy heads.
That's a puppy head bait. Throw the whole donkey bait. He's gonna put one hook in the front, one hook underneath, and he's gonna toss that thing out there and pull in a Volkswagen.
Uncle Lou. Yeah, I see right now. What time is it? Yep. Past your bedtime, Bubba. Past your bedtime.
I'll be right back, y'all.
Trailer. You want the trailer? Let me see if I can find the trailer. How did I do the trailer last time?
Oh, how did we do that?
I shared it. I sent it to Has though. I can pull
he
it
can
up.
probably do that when he gets back. We can get that up because I thought that was awesome.
Yeah, it was. And I wasn't even thinking I should have did it at the beginning.
Captain's Law.
We was running behind.
First mate, double stands, has landed the armored monster.
Oh, I just. Woo. Let me see.
Now, man, Rex, we ended up with. We didn't come in second.
Who said we came in second?
Rex Blocker.
Rex Blocker don't know nothing. He can't.
We got the team. Our team actually got the biggest fish, the biggest 3 fish.
We tied on technicality.
The most fish.
And it was a handicap.
You know what we should have done? What we should have done for the tiebreaker was add the teams together.
Mm-hmm.
So like what we thought.
Had to weigh all your fish. Yeah.
Well, no, what I'm saying is what we could have done is like how many fish did you catch?
Mm-hmm. I don't even know. Probably like 12.
I know it was
12 to 14 fish.
So even if it was 10 and we caught 30, that was 48 fish. And what was your big fish?
20. 20 point was 20 and a half.
So say 20. Ours was 31. That's 51 just with the 2 fish. And what was your next biggest? 10-ish?
It was a 858, I think.
Yeah. And we caught 2 of them that were right around 10. So we would have had like 60 something pounds combined. You and our team.
3 fish.
3 fish would have been 60 something pounds.
In reality, if you don't beat if the champ don't beat you, you win.
That's right. Just saying.
Just as long as you guys know who the champ is, as long as you acknowledge who the champ is. I'm
Chunky. Chunky.
So why did you say if the champ don't beat you, you win?
Chunky didn't beat us yesterday.
Oh, okay. First of all, when me and Chunky went head to head, my belt wasn't on the line. That was just like an exhibition match. It wasn't a title fight. It was not a title fight. You know, sometimes the big dogs, they just do some regular fights, and the title fight wasn't on the line.
You want me to show this video?
But the tag team belts was on the line. What'd you screen record?
I screen recorded it when you called me.
Because if you want, I can go back and I got some stuff I screen recorded too.
Why you ain't tell me Chucky was hot? The spot was that hot?
First of all, one thing you know about Has, there's no crying and fishing. There's no crying and fishing, y'all.
I hear what you're saying, but no matter what the species is, to catch the biggest of each species, no matter what it is, that's something that takes. You got to know what you're doing. Takes time. You got to learn all the species.
Everybody knows everything.
Like you said, yeah, sure. Just about anybody could go and catch some catfish, and just about anybody could go catch some bass, and just about anybody could go catch whatever is out there. But to catch the biggest ones that are in those waters, you got to know what you're doing on them, regardless of what the species is, to catch the biggest ones.
You know how they act. You know where they be.
Hold on.
They gonna be there all the time.
Wait.
Hold on, guys. I did not know we had a celebrity in here. We got a celebrity in the chat. We got the professional catfish angler, real-time catfishing. John Parker's in the chat.
Oh, so that goes. All right, hold on, y'all. Hold on.
Wait.
John
Euler.
Hold on. Brian really took himself off the screen. He didn't want no
John
smoke.
Parker in here.
Boop, boop.
John Euler. Hold on, John.
Boy. I said, boy, you came first worth the lick.
Uh-oh, Brian playing musical chairs over here.
I hit the wrong button.
Did John Euler take off? I was going to try to talk about. Yeah, I think John. I say,
John.
I said, boy,
that boy right there can fish worth the lick. I can't wait till John comes to the Potomac River.
Yeah, man.
I can't.
Ain't no excuse, John. You come to the Potomac River regardless.
I can't wait.
Y'all hear that popping in the background?
Hey, Judy Booty, if you going live, just make sure you got a cell phone tower in your back pocket, because I don't want to see the live stream and it's looking like this the whole time. Boop, boop,
John Euler is still here. First of all, John, appreciate the hoodie last night. Big shout outs. I love it. Mountain Dew, you know me and Mountain Dew. Second of all, John Euler Outdoors, awesome idea for the tournament that's coming up. They're picking the participants for that this weekend on Rebecca's channel, I think Saturday afternoon or something she said. So I just wanted to give a big shout out to John Euler for that awesome idea.
Hold up.
You need any?
Hold on, Stan. John Parker, what the fish snatcher? You getting in a boat tomorrow, and the fish you want to go after is some trout. Come on, son. Come on, son.
Professional catfish angler, all you should fish for is catfish and bait. That's it.
Now, Stan, to his defense, he could be going to fish for bait for himself. Because trout is some pretty tasty fish, you know. It tastes pretty good.
Yeah.
But you can catch that. You don't need no boat. You don't need no boat to catch no trout, son. You don't need no boat. You don't need no boat. You can go get them groceries on the just go to the creek. Okay, your brother invited you on his boat, so you got to go fish with whatever he wants to go. Well, when you get on the boat, John, just try to entice him to go after some catfish.
Yeah, just bring yourself, bring yourself something out there like this, and your brother's gonna be like, "That's some pretty big trout rods."
Go catch the trout, and then use the trout for bait to go catch some catfish.
That's a big. You going for lake trout or what with hooks like that? Just call them.
I'm sorry. I'm trying.
Call them deep water trout.
Trying to get my dinner together.
Lance, I'm not saying that is. I didn't say it's not that it's hard or difficult or easy, but trout. You go in a stream, they stock the trout. Like I get messages all the time now. They stock this stream. They stock
who
this
going there?
Real 800 trout. And you can walk up and down the bank and throw your little inline spinners and catch trout. You can pluck them left and right.
Real time going to get trout tomorrow?
Yeah, real time going to get trout tomorrow. I guess he's gonna do. Are you gonna do a hook and cook?
You better
do a hook and cook
because.
Show us how to
I heard if it ain't peanut brittle, he can't cook worth a lick neither.
Lance, a lot of the trout around here are just like the stocky trout. So they pretty much, they were raised in the trout farms. So pretty much a little spinner, a little worm. You can pretty much catch the trout around here pretty easy. It's not like the native brookies or browns or steelhead or things like that.
John said he keeping them for bait. And the other John Oler said he wishing everyone good luck on Friday. And just a friendly reminder, the deadline is Friday at 8 p.m. John, go ahead and move that deadline up to right now. We don't want nobody else entering in. They already heard about it. It's too late. They can't get in it. Yeah. Anybody hears how that, just go ahead and cut it off right here, John. Don't
I say, boy, don't tell nobody else about it.
That's right. Epic says, for God's sakes, stock trout will eat marshmallows. But anyways, yeah, John, I didn't want to keep you any longer. I just wanted to give you a big shout out. Appreciate what you're doing out there. That's the way to keep it positive. Helping some people out around Christmas time who couldn't use $500 extra around the holidays. Appreciate you. Really appreciate you and Kimberly being out there. Awesome. Thanks.
I say, boy, I hope I get on this wheel and it selects me.
Yeah, I know. I'm hoping to.
I'm gonna go catch the biggest blue. I'm gonna catch the most fish, and then I'm gonna drive to my channel spot and catch the biggest channel too.
There's Stan, my fellow Stan, the best name in fishing. He laying it out on you, has.
I'm glad Stan the mayor beat the baldy. Whoa, now, Stan. You got to get your back straight because as the record stands, it was a tie. We split the pot. It was an even field, and they didn't have what it takes to beat me, but I didn't have what it takes to beat them either. You should. Stan was like. now we're gonna have a rematch in November. We're gonna run it,
and I'm gonna really fish in that one.
We're gonna run it right back in November, guys.
I'm gonna be me and Epic gonna meet up. We going fishing that night. Biggest fish.
Damn, how the rules fixed when the rules was in effect from the beginning of the tournament? They was in the description. They was in the description from jump.
They wasn't fixed. It was. We already knew what it was.
The people know who won. That's right. The people do know.
That's right. The people know.
The people know. If we do a recount, we're gonna throw out all the fish under a pound, and all the fish under a pound do not count.
And I still caught those fish.
You're gonna take Stan's overall from 30. What was it? 38 fish. It's gonna go down to 7 fish, and that's gonna put it right under.
What the fish snatcher are you talking about?
He still caught more than 9 fish from the bank. It still had
that's gonna take his overall under 9 fish, and then
we
sweep the most fish, and we sweep the 3 biggest fish.
What?
Honestly, I didn't see a lot of them. I just heard he said fish on. I wasn't looking.
No doubt about it. No doubt about it. You know, no doubt about it. There was a lot of them.
Stan was like, "Here's my fish catch," and I was looking like, "Boy,
hey.
I don't see
No.
I see a tadpole right there, boy. I don't see no fish."
No doubt about it at all. They were some baby blues in there, no doubt about it at all. But they were big enough. They were big enough to be. They were big enough to being caught on 6/0 Gamakatsus.
So he didn't have nuggets. He just had to make them into fish strips.
There you go.
Dang.
But
I seen a couple, but I didn't see all of them because I was.
Yeah, no. Hey, I'm first to admit
it don't matter. It's 38 of them. Who can beat you?
Yeah, it was 38. It was 30, 35 embryos
on the bank.
I was not fishing
on the bank. You beat them 38-9.
And the heaviest fish, and the 3 heaviest fish. Our 3 big fish. I wish we would have weighed the other ones because they were. I'm gonna say 10ish. There was the one I know was over 10.
There's a reason why tournaments have rules.
My biggest fish was bigger than Hayes. My biggest fish was bigger than yours. Your biggest fish was 19, son. So in reality, we beat y'all for real, son.
I wasn't trying to go catch a bigger fish than Stan. I was trying to just keep bigger fish than you.
You were trying to catch a bigger fish than me.
All I need to do was worry about what I can do from the boat, and I was make sure that Brian wasn't gonna catch bigger fish.
Let me. I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna do a snatcher. I'm gonna do a snatcher. Give me a laughing emoji if you think Has really lost this tournament, and give me a thumbs up if you think me and Stan really won the tournament.
Happy like, where the hell's my partner now? Where's my partner?
Stan got 38. Hold on, look. I gotta do a fish now.
What did you do?
Stan got a 31 pounder.
All I hear is Stan
got
did
a 20
this.
pounder. Has got a 19
all I hear is Brian
pounder.
jump
And
on
I think
Stan's back.
Jack's biggest fish was a 7 pounder.
Stan just carried him the whole
Thumbs
way.
up if we beat No Real Laws.
No, you said laughing. You don't even know what you said.
Smiling
emoji. if y'all won, and thumbs up if it was a look, even Tim on my side. And then Tim goes to do a laugh emoji too. I don't even know what the heck you're talking about. What the fish snatcher?
I'm talking too fast.
What's in your cup, son? What you drinking over there?
You see Missy? She's like, now, boys. Come on, get along, guys. Oh, this is too funny.
Well, I don't even know what he talking about. He tells you to drop emojis. You don't forgot what emojis he told you to drop. Who for who? What.
I'm over here trying to make sure I ain't burn my bacon. That's why I ran over here like,
oh man.
Brian, mute him. Tim says Stan won by himself.
That's right, Tim. Hey, at the beginning of the tournament, I said it don't matter. Stan got my back, and he needed to have my back. That was for sure.
It's a tag team match because both of the teammates have to perform. You know, they both have to perform.
Well,
we know two Stans performed. I don't know what Brian B did.
Yeah,
I don't know what he did.
Had you putting your putting your trolling motor to the test.
What did he do, y'all? What did Brian do?
Simmer down. Now you see everybody laughing. I know it seems like it's kind of, it seems like it's kind of heated, but it's a bunch of fun. That's what it was all supposed to be about.
Fun out here, man. That's always what it's all about.
Honestly, like I said, they saw me
in front on YouTube. Y'all don't see how we talk to each other behind scenes.
If I was worried about it, like I wouldn't have been showing them. We were pre-fishing the night before. We were scouting out that spot the night before, and I was on the phone with Brian B and Has that night. Mm-hmm. And that night, Stan 3 were catching channel cats. He was catching channel cats in his cast net. That like 3 pound, 2-3 pound channel cats. That whole area, that whole flat by that on the flat side of the dock. On the other side of that dock where it got out to the T, the channel was right out from there. So you saw that we had some of our rods right there on the flat up on the edge of that, and we had our 2 bigger baits out into the main current, fishing for the bigger fish out there. And it was channel cats that were they had that whole area. We didn't get a single blue. We got a few channel cats the night before. So that next day, I'm thinking channel cats. So I got 6 Gamakatsus and some shrimp for a couple of the poles, and I'm expecting to be just loading up on these few pound channel cats. Well, within a night, must have been, I don't know how many blues, but all those blues came in there and they're baby blues. Trust me, I was the first to admit that. I was like, dang, can't they just get a little bigger? We're gonna get about 1.5 pounds at least, and then that's not bad. But they chased. There were so many blues that came in there. The channel cats were gone, just gone from that flat. It was crazy. I've never seen it like that.
All right, Tim. Tim brought in.
Peace out, Tim. We'll catch you on the next one, champ.
Appreciate your support, Tim. Thank you.
Stan. 1v1 on the bank. Stan versus Has. What, Stan? That's how you feel about the champ? Like, first of all, I got some really good bank spots. Like, I got some. That's what I do. My PB came from all my big fish. Well, not all of them, but a majority of them came from the bank. I got 5 bank spots. You guys are gonna see bank spot. Me and Mark go head to head because he's winning.
Yeah,
He's winning right now. So you guys are gonna see me and Mark go head to head 1v1.
I thought you and Dan would be winning.
Epic says fish tank size blues are swarmers. Yeah, when we got there, there was a couple older guys that were leaving. They had 5-gallon buckets full of the baby blues. They were keeping them.
Absolutely, Tim. Positive and humble always. You got to stay positive. We all live the positive life up here. The power of positivity goes a long way.
Absolutely.
And humble all the time, but with a little bit of smack talk on the side. Well, it may not be a little bit, but a lot of bit of smack talk on the side.
Because who talk trash regardless.
Who doesn't like a little bit of smack talk? A lot of bit of smack talk.
Hey, and you know what? If I couldn't handle smack talk, you wouldn't see me up here. You wouldn't see me laughing. I know what I can do. I know the fish that I've caught. I know what I know. So it doesn't bother. There's nothing that anybody could say that bothers me.
When you go to McDonald's, you get a Big Mac and you get the fries. You're going to get the humble, and you're gonna get the smack talk. You know, it's a combo. You know, you just
Mark,
don't do
what's
that.
up? And Roger's out there. Looks like Roger's tapping out. Check out Muskrat Adventures. He's got the that youth tournament coming up. Again, that's the next generation. That's who's taking over catfishing for us. So that's on October 30th, Roger.
Yep. No. Yeah, I think they are.
Yeah, I think it's on that Saturday morning.
They're the morning, and then the monster tournament is the 2:00. So yeah, I think you go to 1 and then you go to 2.
Night Roger, night Fishing Chick, Tim Molina.
Fishing
I am positive Brian is gonna leave me in the basement.
About time. I was saying all this positivity talk had me thinking I was positively going to be left in the basement.
Buck Williams, so
I'm sitting here making this lunch.
Doesn't have any docks. We have no docks on the Potomac River.
I'm late to the party. Sorry, fellas. I was on a phone call. Sorry, guys.
Nah, it's all
good, man.
So what did I miss? What's going on here today? I see Roger and Chad. I see Off the Res.
You know,
I see Charlie Brown.
Same old Mark. We got shots being fired all around, and
yeah, we recapping last night. Bunch of smack talk going on.
Talk about how me and Stan has what it takes.
I don't know how that happened when they didn't win.
All I gotta say is bald is beautiful. Let's see it. Look at that. Bald is beautiful.
We're going back.
See, I told you his Has had nothing to worry about. First of all, it didn't look that bad to begin with. But Has hair, he's so.
I think he needs to take that 5 o'clock shadow down. He needs to go down to skin.
Yeah,
take care of that.
He's young enough that'll grow right back in.
In another week, we're gonna be right back to where you don't even notice it.
You're not even gonna know. I wish my hair grew like that. Let me say hello to a couple people. Everybody's saying hello in chat. I don't want them to think I'm ignoring them. I see Jody. I see Mike's fishing home. I see Pork Chop out there. Hey, there's Tim. What's going on? Epic. How you doing? Melissa Kennedy, Mark Knott, Buck Williams, Papa T. What's up? Susquehanna Stan. What's going on? And James Kirkpatrick. What's going on, everybody? Hello, Lance.
Absolutely not, Stan. There's no crying and fishing. What the fish catcher?
I've had fish made me cry. So I don't believe that for a minute.
I've never shed a tear over no fish. We just gonna go.
Yeah, me neither. Sometime I've cooked fish so good it might have brought a tear to my eye.
We don't do no crying and fishing, man. We having fun. It's laughter, it's smiles, it's good times.
G Style says Hasn't put a sweet doggy tattoo on his head.
That is not gonna happen.
Maybe that'll be a bet next time, not a tattoo. Maybe like one of them temporary tattoos.
We had there was this inmate when I first started working, back in the facility, and he had a big old across the back of his head, F the police. But before he would go to court, you always knew when because he would have his head bald when he was in the jail. But before he went to court, like a month before, he would always start growing his hair out. He said, so they want to judge him when he went into court, the jury and all that stuff.
Not a very smart guy. All those when the judge looks at that record, first thing at the top of that record is a description, and it's going to say F the police tattoo on back of the head.
and that the prosecutors are going to have a picture of that somewhere when they put it up on the evidence screen. They're going to show
guess what? When they go to court and he let his hair grow, they think, oh, he's changing instead of showing it. He's covering it up. That's what he's doing. He trying to play.
Mm-hmm. But as soon as he comes back, shaved, gone. Shaved gone.
Because he's still laying down.
I just saw it there. Missy Kennedy says, guys, everyone needs to stop in and give Paula Smith some encouraging words and prayers.
Absolutely, definitely keep Paul Smith in your prayers.
No doubt.
But yeah, I've came close to shedding tears right before the week before I got my soul back with that sturgeon. I was about crying, shedding some tears out there, and that devil cat. That's gonna be still. You're gonna see a big catfish caught out of that spot right there. Trust me.
You sure it was a catfish, Stan?
Yeah. Oh yeah. It was a different.
The first time.
First time, yeah. I think the first time was a monster cat. The second time was the sturgeon. Because I've had right in that spot, I've lost a monster fish like 3 times already.
I watched that Adam put up that fish.
Adam Cook?
Yes. With that 109-pounder, and the reel, like it looked like it backlashed, like it was just, you know,
a wreck,
he
huh?
said, I think he said the gears just gave out on it, and when it was ripping the drag gears, it just ripped it to shreds, and then it just backlashed the rod. So they had to hand line that thing in. At first they thought it was a flathead. I was watching the video, you know, it was like, it's a flathead, and then boom, 109-pound blue cat.
That's crazy. Did you get GPS coordinates from the video?
I didn't get it. I don't know how
Stan,
to
how
do
about
that.
you? I'd be looking. I'd be like this, checking it out, getting my binoculars out.
It was nighttime. You know, it's like 1 in the morning, 2 in the morning. So there's no land references or anything like that.
But I don't need anybody else's spots. I'm learning where to go. We're figuring it out. You're gonna see us. Oh, I know you were, Mark. I know you were. But that's I love the opportunity. I love the fact to know that there is that opportunity, that those fish are here in the waters that I'm blessed to be able to fish. So, and it's definitely a learning experience. It's a journey. Because, you know, last year when we were starting out, we were catching 20-pounders, and that was like monsters. You know, we were like, that's a big fish. And now it's, you know, you get 20-pounder, and it's, you know, it's good, but you've gone up to the next levels. You know, you've caught 50s and 60s, and
yeah,
still get excited over the 20s. Don't get me wrong, but then it's always that next level.
Yeah, you got to do like I do. When you go live for the last 2 times, just catch a 40 or 40 plus.
I'm trying.
I just got it. On that note, I just got it.
There we go. There we go.
I didn't do it on purpose.
So I was watching the tournament. I was watching Stan and Bex trying to destroy one another. But I had been fishing like for 10 hours and didn't sleep the night before, so I couldn't take it anymore. I passed out, and that's where I lay. What was the final result of the Has you got what a team tournament? Stan?
Well, I was waiting for Has to throw that out there because I
tell him what. Oh.
Yeah, good question, Hogleg. I wanted to ask the same thing. He asking, what's wrong with Paula Smith?
G-Style, I'll get to that.
Hi, well, Melissa. How are you, dear? Sorry.
We caught almost 40 fish. 38 fish, I think, is what it finally was. Granted, a lot of them were there were baby blues. That's what moved into the area. That's what we caught. But it was a numbers game from the bank. So we caught 38 of them. We caught the big fish of 31 pounds. Our three big fish weighed over 50 pounds.
Wow.
Yeah, so we had a pretty good night on the bank.
50 pounds, that ain't bad at all, man.
Yeah, 31 and about 2 10-pounders.
It was a 31, 2 10-pounders, and a bunch of half ounces.
Were any of them channel cats?
No, that's what.
All
That's all.
like there were blues from like this size to like you know.
Come on now.
As long as they're not channel
a lot
cats,
of
I
those
think
little blues.
They were
I
all
got a
big
chance
enough.
in that John Euler competition. As long as he doesn't catch 50 channel cats, I'm all right. I got a chance.
They were all big enough to be caught on a 6-aught Gamakatsu hook.
But
And well, we were fishing the night before there, Mark, and it was channel cats. We were catching channel cats there, like
I don't wanna hear
3-poundish.
that.
Well, it was like 3-poundish channel cats, and in one night, about 50,000 baby blues came in and just drove the. There was not a single channel cat to be found there that next day. No, the total weight of our 3 biggest fish was 50+ pounds. Epic.
So it wasn't the numbers for the bank side of it? I thought it was numbers.
Yeah, it was numbers for the bank
I'm
side.
so confused. I came late to the party. Forgive me, guys. Jesus.
Yeah, so let me break it down. So
There was a lot of confusion on this, Has.
I
You know, everybody
That's why I'm
seemed kind of confused about it.
I thought it was pretty simple. You know, I know we're not the smartest group in the bunch, but we kept it pretty simple. You know, it was tag team match, no real
That
loss,
I got.
and has life. No real loss fishing the bank. I'm fishing the boat. And
Check,
then
got
Brian B and two stands fishing the bank. Brian B fishing the boat. Now the way that it worked was from the bank fishermen, the winners was most fish.
Okay.
Whoever had most fish gets a point.
Regardless of size, it was most fish
And
caught.
from the boat, it was your 3 biggest fish. So
That's
two
exactly
stands-
what I thought. Stan just
Yeah.
measured combined biggest fish of his, and that threw
Well,
me
that's
for a loop.
because
Yeah,
that's
he
because
didn't want to sell all the hopes and the dreams and all that stuff and make it sound like it was.
That's
somebody
because
else.
that's because we happened to catch, even though it wasn't part of
It
it.
was a shoulda, woulda, coulda, has. You got what it takes in his mind going on. Is that what it
Yeah,
was?
it's kind of one of those things. It was kind of like
Okay, here's what it is. Here's what it is. I was not expecting.
And he caught the biggest fish, the most fish, and the smallest fish, but he still lost the J Dog. It's kind of like one of those things. If you already established the rules in the beginning, you know you gotta go by those rules. And,
But I did win based on our rules. I say I, meaning Stan 3 and I. We did catch the most fish from the bank, but a lot of them were babies. So I was feeling really bad about the size of some of those fish we catch.
Did any of that fine young man Stan 3's fish count towards this?
Oh yeah, we were. It was because it was
Okay.
It was team no real loss and team 2.
Gotcha. Makes sense.
Yeah.
Perfect.
So it was a team. It was a
Stan
team.
3 actually did catch. Stan 3 is the one that actually caught the 31-pounder.
Welcome back to the show, Brian. How you doing, bud?
Yeah, everything.
It was.
Wait, this is his channel.
It was a group
Show you?
effort, but there was rules that were established in the beginning, and I caught the 3 biggest fish from the boat. Stan caught the most fish from the bank. So then it came a tie. The tiebreaker was roles reverse, biggest fish from the bank versus what the fish snatcher? You over there making breakfast?
I see bacon and eggs and is that
And
French toast too?
French toast.
Yes, it is. And
My
most fish
hero.
from the boat. So tiebreaker was biggest fish from the bank and most fish from the boat. Which 2 stands had the biggest fish from the bank between 2 stands and no real loss? And then I had the most fish from the boat between me and Brian B. So it just became a wash. Me and 2 stands won the first round and the second round for our teams, and it was just a wash.
Where we messed up, Mark, is we obviously when you do something like that, it's got to be an odd thing so that there is a tiebreaker. We had an even number of we had 2 tiebreakers. Well, each team, not only did we split the actual match, then we actually split the tiebreakers too, and we didn't have a definitive tiebreaker set up in place.
So was it a tie?
It was a tie. It ended in a tie.
Officially by the rules, yeah, it's a tie. Yep.
Calling each other Papa.
No, it ended in a tie.
No.
You won't hear me say. You never heard me call nobody Papa. And Jeremy, shut up. You eat Chinese food at 4 in the morning. Oh, we talking about me.
Yeah, is Charlie Brown ever going up against Jody or not? Or
We're not sure
Hold
if he's back in States yet.
Stan, a kayak ain't no boat, but I'm out here competing with these boats and taking these boats out from a kayak. That's what I does, champ. That's all I need is a kayak. I don't need no boat. I don't need no boat.
Hold on, son.
I don't need no boat. Nah, but Stan and Susquehanna, Stan, to answer your question, when I did this from the beginning, when I started the Do You Has What It Takes, I said if they're competing in the boat, I'm going to be competing in the kayak because I'm also competing in the kayak tournament at the same time. And I only go out in the kayak when I'm competing in these tournaments. So that's like 4 times a month that I got to put these numbers up to compete in these tournaments with my money's up. So that's why I use my kayak. And that's how I'm going to do it. I like competing in my kayak. I don't think of it as
a boat, plastic or aluminum or fiberglass. Just as long as it doesn't have glitter all in it, I'm okay. Hey, Brian, can you highlight Pontoon Jody's comment to Jeremy? Just because it brings back fond memories of me being a child. My dad used to tell me that, shut your pothole.
Shut your pothole. You heard that, Charlie?
Oh, yeah.
After watching Dan, Green Machine Outdoors, and Stand 3 with what they can do in the kayaks, and now Has, and Ryan Bortz, and Circle Hook Productions, watching what they can do in the kayak, a lot of times I think it's just as effective, if not more effective. If you have fish in that area, you tend to fish it more thoroughly with the kayak. So you'll catch fish where you would have missed them with the boat because you're going over top of them. But with the kayak, you're fishing those areas that because let's face it, a boat you can run 10 miles upriver if you want to or whatever, but the kayak, you're not doing that. So you're fishing that stretch of river that you picked. So
I got a spot on the river where if I fish on one side, I'm not catching any fish. If I didn't take the time to go across to the other side, I never would have known there was fish there. So that's one of the pluses with a kayak, because you can only paddle so far and so fast. You pretty much, you got to fish that stretch you're in. Even with a trolling motor, I mean, you can go. I guess with a trolling motor, it's a little different. But when you're paddling,
give me your trolling motor.
Well, Stan was like, use the Titanic, use the boat. But I only need to fish I really fish like a 1.5 mile section of the river. I don't need to go outside of that. I can find there's so much fish stacked up in this 1.5 mile section of the river that I can find them and move around and get on them. Sometimes I have to go outside of those limits and go to 2 miles or 2.5 miles, but it's still very easily doable in the kayak because I fish a narrow section of the river, on the Potomac. So it's a lot easier for me to navigate these waters. And I've been doing it for, 3 months now.
Maybe somebody ought to handicap Has and say no trolling motor.
Good.
Oh, you can't say that. If you're in a boat, if they're in a boat, they can't handicap me and say no trolling motor, because then I would say, well, no motor, period. And then they're gonna have to battle their boat, and I'm just gonna have to paddle my kayak.
So Jeremy said this about the moon, and then
I like fishing.
Came back and said.
Anyway.
Dang,
now,
son.
It is a full moon tonight. I wanted to see how the bite was on.
It's a full moon all week, son.
I think on a full moon, but
technically the full moon is tonight. It was 99% last night, so that's not a
well, I mean, I can see it. It was a circle.
Yeah, so but it was a 99% moon. Full moon is tonight. So you have it will go from like 93 to 95 to 99. Full moon's tonight, and then it's gonna go, back down. But the full moon,
I have actually we've caught a lot of fish on
130
full moon nights, but I think it affects flatheads more than it does blues.
Oh, Jeremy talking. Excuse me. I'm sorry, y'all. Charlie Brown is talking trash tonight. But I don't think he want to keep talking trash to Jody.
But you know what? I was just thinking something. I just remembered something. This was the second numbers tournament that I was in. And in two numbers tournaments, Caught 73 fish in 2 numbers tournaments. That's not too bad.
Yeah, I wouldn't say so.
Yeah, not bad. I just know
That
that
is
when
kind
we
of
do
epic.
this match again, there's gonna be a size limit on this.
Yeah, Epic says Mark is affected the most up there with full moons, and I've caught him during full moons, and those are on nights like, oh, it's a full moon, you want to go fishing? Yeah, we still got beer left over. Let's go fishing and end up catching one anyways.
But
We've done that a couple of times. I'm not gonna lie.
Well,
We'd go out there with no hopes of catching nothing and end up with a small flat or something. But
and Mark, isn't the Fox River is a really shallow river, right? Compared to like
4 to 6 feet on average, depending which section.
That's very shallow. Very
so
I fish that when I start off
That
to see if
definitely
they in
makes
the
sense.
shallows, and then if not, I work my way deeper in the water.
My pool is deeper than that.
And I ain't got nothing to do with that.
I know. I'm just messing around.
You know, I was talking to somebody on the phone right before I came on here, and he was asking me, "Don't you have any like deeper lakes near you?" And I couldn't really think of one because that whole chain of lakes, there's some deep spots, but it's pretty much just a tributary of the Fox that flows through it. I mean, there's some deep water, but not much.
No deep spots at all on the Fox River? None?
Well, 9 feet. Right in front of the dam, it's 24 feet, but that's for maybe 30 yards. That's about it. And getting there, you got to pull. I literally have to take the pole out of my net and pull my boat over like 9 inches of water to get out in front of the dam there. And then I haven't done great there either. I actually started the tournament, the Fish a Wish, out in front of that dam. I did get the one channel cat, but...
Come talk to me when you can grow a mustache.
Oh man, there's a whole lot of smack talk going on between Jody and Jeremy right now.
It is tough to talk fishing sometimes with the amount of smack talk that gets going.
Where's the next big?
My goodness!
Is there another big water river next to you? Like, or what's the next closest river to you? That's like actual big water. Fish.
What? Maybe I don't. Illinois River, maybe.
How far?
Rock River isn't that deep. I don't know. I don't fish too many of the other rivers that are near here. The other river I used to fish was the Tippecanoe in Indiana, and they have small flats over there, but that's another shallow river. Real shallow river.
Shallow rivers are very tough because the water, the air temps and fluctuation, it affects them a lot. You know, you don't have like, when you have 60 feet of water to go hide in and stay under, it's not going to affect them as much. But
when I started
big fluctuation on them.
When I started fishing yesterday morning, the water was 52 degrees. When I came off the water about 3:00 in the afternoon, it was up to 58 degrees.
So
that's why this time of year, the bigger catfish are moving to the deeper water because it's more consistent.
Yeah,
it's not going to have as huge of fluctuations.
And that's what I was finding. That's what I was finding yesterday with my results.
Even though we caught the 70.
We're in deep
water.
water.
I guess it was in March, but it was still kind of cool in March. But I guess the water was still cool. But
in March, at the other end,
maybe 11 feet of water. It was like between 9 and 11 feet of water.
But think about it, at the other end of winter, that shallow water starts warming up quicker. So they're looking for. Yeah. After being warm all winter, they're looking for that warmer water.
So I've been playing.
Let me see how far Lake Shelbyville is from me, real quick, guys.
I've been playing it wrong the whole time. Excuse me. I've been playing it wrong the whole time.
When I caught my PB 62 pounds, I was in January fishing 15 feet of water. But it was nighttime, and I wasn't far from the channel, which holds 60 feet of water. So I was just lucky enough to catch one of those big fish out, roaming around, looking for something to eat. And that's
Shelbyville's still 4 hours from me. Fish them in 1979. That's a long ways to go to fish one night.
Yeah.
So Epic, right now,
Epic's right, 4 hours. Yep.
Right now, with the cool water, I should be fishing that deep water and surrounding water around those strong currents, like around that 73, 80 feet water with a strong current. I should be fishing right outside of it in that 56 to 40 feet water now because the water is dropping? Epic, I'm asking.
Yeah,
Not because
Stan,
I
on
see
the
you were
Chunky
saying
rock.
something like that. That's why I know he
That's when
would
I stole Chunky's
respond.
thunder.
Hey, a quick question for Epic. Where do Blues stop on the Mississippi? Is that Keokuk? Are they any north of there?
So I've been playing it
Epic
too
said
early.
absolutely.
I've been playing it too early.
Absolutely.
Well, y'all done.
If I don't know much about where
I
they
could
stop.
answer
I
that for you,
believe they
Brian.
stop
I can
north.
take my trolling mode
No,
out
north.
there. I'm going from Fort Washington around to the lighthouse. I could use that with trolling mode.
But Big Rod, Chunky already got beat twice. He just got lucky on Do You Has What It Takes.
How you get lucky, son?
We
Yeah,
did.
that's what I thought.
He wasn't lucky. He just had a fire spot. You know, the bite was on.
Yeah, it's just that's the way anything that.
But
when they go
when
fishing,
we all back in April, we had a Potomac River Slam back in April. It was 5 anglers all from the bank. Back
and
in
you couldn't
April,
fish but what, like 7 fish or 8 fish?
he caught, yeah. So DC caught like 5 fish the first night, and then Chunky went out the second night and caught like 10. Then I went out the third night and caught 16 and the biggest fish of the tournament. Then Mark went out, Fishing Magician went out the fourth night and tore it up, caught 36 fish. And then DMV went out and caught like 10 or 11 the last night of the tournament. Mark took home most weight and most fish, and I took home big fish. But that was the first time when we just started getting into this that I put a whooping on Chunky. See, I done forgot about that. And then we also had Brian did take home first place in this one, but we also had another tournament that all of us were in. Matter of fact, all of us were in. A month ago, the Fisher Wish tournament, and Chunky took like 4th place in that. So I don't know why you guys act like Chunky hasn't been beat before, you know, but we got him. I got him.
And
Yeah, Tim, that's on my to-do list. Definitely get out of sell.
I caught the 2 biggest fish in that tournament too.
Yeah, but you ain't catch the most biggest fish.
Say. No, that's true.
I fished LaSalle from the bank, Epic. So yeah, I'm familiar with it.
Oh, you talking about that? Has I think all 4 of us was in that.
I said
what?
all of us was in it.
Oh,
The Fisher Wish.
yeah.
Oh, yeah, it was. I didn't get skunked, and I didn't finish last.
Who won? I forgot my phone went dead. It overheated, I think. Who won that tournament?
Yeah, I don't know. But
Did win. All I know is that the people up on the top level here, I think we caught the 4 biggest fish in that tournament.
Yeah.
I think so, right?
It's funny how Stan always wants to
guys.
break the rules.
Did you guys invite me out here to make me man?
Stan almost to bend the rules of this.
I'm gonna take my logo and go home if you guys keep trying to make me feel bad. You know, I struggled yesterday. I fished every darn brush pile for literally 10 miles looking for that last flathead of the year. Not even a bite. I get on the channel cat bite. I get on like 8 of them in like an hour, and it's time to go home. I'd have been better off just dragging baits for them. I might have come up with a flathead that way. Man, it was a struggle bus yesterday. Holy smokes. Even took a little chip out of my skag, like literally 100 feet from the boat ramp. I must have been up and down that ramp 100 times. Never even knew there was a rock there. So I had a rough day yesterday.
You know, sometimes you can't get used to doing the same pattern. That's why when I know it's low water, I always take my time until I know I'm in deep water. When we got,
I wasn't even going fast. I was idling out. I was idling out, and I hit a rock. And it stopped my motor dead. I'm like, all right, no big deal. Started back up, went right on my business. Had no problems the rest of the day. I pulled the boat out, and I got like a 1/4-inch chip out of the bottom of my skag.
Wow.
So when I go to sell it, I'm just going to mark the boat up $500. And when the guy complains, I'll knock $500 off the price.
There you go.
I heard that from a car salesman friend of mine.
Yep. I know what it's going to cost me when I buy it.
Yeah, Jonathan's still getting on him though, Epic. He's still getting one or two here and there. They're there. I got one last week and the water was maybe 2 degrees warmer. I was hoping to try and get that last one in since I've been lacking in fishing time this year.
Yeah. One thing about it, the one thing about this time is the weather is so funny. The water drops in temperature. Then tomorrow, the sun out, no clouds. It warm up. The fish like us. They confused just like us.
Nah, it's just this year I'm actually out on the water to know what the water temps are. Last year I'm just bank fishing, so you don't know what the water temps are when you bank fishing.
You just gotta play it, see where they at, go find them.
That is true, and you will notice spots like when you are out on the water, you'll notice that some spots are warmer than other spots, or there's
Oh yeah.
See the different water fluctuations and where they're at.
Yeah. That's why I asked Epic what I asked them, because I think I was playing that depot, that magical depot, a little too early.
See, what I've noticed is the morning bite.
Magic.
The morning bite where I fish at is fire. Like, you know, when the sun comes up, the bite is on, is very good, but the night bite isn't so hot where I'm fishing at. But all my tournaments have been night bites, except for my kayak tournaments, you know, the ones that we're competing in off of the internet. But the day bite and the morning bite is fire. It's just the night bite it's difficult to figure out right now.
Yeah, the Uncle Lou rods, it has a fast tip. So when there's a fish on, you know it's a fish on. Can't speak for the other ones because I don't use them.
This is what I would say is Steve, medium heavy is the best, overall rod that you can go with.
That's what
if
I'm
you're
running.
doing a lot of bank fishing, go with medium heavy because you can get it out there far too. It still has a very sensitive tip. You have fun catching all the fish. I have 3 medium heavies and 1 medium on the kayak that I go fishing with, and all of them are fun. All of them.
That's what I was saying yesterday. I hope that's the medium rod. That's the medium rod. Talk about a big takedown.
I have one heavy rod. I won't name the name. I have one heavy rod, and that thing sits there. Unless I'm suspending baits like I was doing in Ohio, I probably will never use it around here ever.
That's what
Did y'all hear the story about what I caught on a medium Uncle Lou's rod?
Oh my goodness.
Yes.
Oh, you heard? Okay.
Mark is getting it down back. He's getting it down. Oh man, but
Mark, you have mastered that already.
Like pretty much.
I added I'm gonna take my logo and go home to that right there.
Hey, you took it over. You got it.
Mark, you did do that. I like that. I'm taking my logo and go home.
So I don't know B&M. I haven't used B&M rods, but I will say Mad Catz rods, their medium heavies are like heavies. Like, and I don't like them.
Yeah, they're like a Mad Catz.
Brian came with a Mad Catz rod and it was stiff. So I ordered mediums when I got the Mad Catz rods because the mediums and Mad Catz is medium heavies everywhere else. The medium.
I was just talking to somebody about that today. Just like hooks, rods are the same way. There's no standard out there. So every rod manufacturer considers what they're doing to be whatever weight and whatever speed tip is and stuff like that. And I would say if you got the time and you got the money, go to the Catfish Conference, get them in your hand, or just do like me, buy one of each over time and figure out which ones you like.
Yep. And then stick with them.
I would say if you're looking for something a little more limber and you're not fishing big heavy currents and you're not casting because the medium Uncle Lou's rod I think is rated up to 8 ounces, I think. And
Yeah,
it
that
does.
has more to do than anything is how many ounces you can cast. Now, take into consideration, you got to put your bait in there. If you're launching big 1 pound bullheads like I do sometimes, you're pushing that rod to a limit. I don't care what it is. And I'd still rather not use a heavy. I'd rather drop that bait and motor away with the trolling motor nice and slow if I have to.
You see what Epic said? Epic said the heavy mag cast is a bit too light for him in donkey waters. Jeez.
That's
The
right.
medium has too much for me. I don't know what a heavy action would feel like.
I'll be
I
right
measure
back.
my fish by the rod length.
I gotta let my Brad out. I'll be right back.
And he says the night bite switches to day bite once the water gets on a fast cooling trend, and that's what I'm learning. Because I went out and I wasn't necessarily pre-fish. I mean, I was pre-fishing the spot, but I was fishing it during different times than when we were doing the chunky 1v1. But I fished it that Saturday. And that video is dropping tomorrow. When I went out the Saturday before, I went out with Chunky, and my bite was on fire. I was tearing them up. We were catching fish left and right. And then 3 days later, I go back out and fish the same waters, fish the same section, same territory, but I'm fishing it at the night bite instead of that sun up bite because we got out there. The tournament was from 7 or 8 a.m. to 3 p.m. It was a 9-hour tournament, and it was like night and day the way the bite was going.
Because now we're dropping down. We've been having that cold 40 degrees at night now.
Yeah,
where just a couple weeks
day
ago.
Bite better. That's why I'm gonna get out here this weekend and do some day bite fishing. But I'm just gonna be recording when I do that. I do my episodes during the day because they don't do as well as the views for the nighttime views. So I like to just record and do episodes during the day.
And somebody said before, I can't remember who it was, it said about Chunky being the GOAT. We do have to give it to him as far as what we know is the live stream catfishing. Chunky is the OG GOAT with that. He's the one that really put the rods so you can see the takedowns and having it glowing. And what we know today is the typical live stream catfishing show. You're talking to chat. You got your rods in the picture. You're in the picture talking with chat. He really is the originator of that, at least in my opinion. And he does a great job with that still. So
he was the first one that I know of, and he was also in my area. So somebody that you get to get real, get to interact with when you're out there, and you get to learn stuff from too when you're going through.
That's kind of like a gift and a curse because Chunky, he got the phone number. If you're not doing something right, especially if you're down here on the river, he's gonna text you, "Hey, I need to see those rods. I can't see the rods. If I don't see the rods, I'm not watching."
Give you good advice. That's what I messaged Brian. I was like, "Brian, we gotta see a better view of the rods. If you can move it back a little bit, I'm tired of looking at the back of your ashy kneecaps, man. Let me see them rods, son."
That wasn't that day.
I know that was another day.
And I wasn't for sure because I'm looking at the chat and looking. I'm like, okay, I'm not for sure.
That was the day you got your phone holder.
He said, "Yeah, that's better." Then I put that poll on there. I said, "Okay, I think this will do it." I went out live stream, had a starter issue, but for that the hour and a half I was out there, I was like,
the view was good.
The view was good.
Oh,
see the whole back of the boat.
Good.
While you were gone, we were trying to remember how we did the epic captain's log the last time.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Brian was trying to figure out how to play it again.
I don't know.
You put it in the messenger, and I brung it up to play it. See, put it in the messenger again.
What in the world?
Well, yeah, Steve, I agree. If the biggest fish you have is 50 pounds, if you're lucky, go with the mediums.
Yeah,
that way you have fun.
You'll be fine. Yeah. I would fish. That's like my waters. I fish medium heavies. They work well for that. As long as it's got a fast tip and that hook will set, you'll be grateful you got that little bit extra backbone when you're fighting them.
Yeah. Yeah, my father was saying, "Oh, I need to get a medium rod of them rods y'all got."
And if you're
I'm like,
running
"My
mono, you
rod
got
been down." I'm like, "But
If
your
you're-
rod been down, and you gonna be mad that you pulling in a 3-pounder because it bent down so bad." I'm
And
like,
it-
if I got that medium heavy and it bends down and look like it want to kiss the water, that's when I know I got something going on, and I can hear a little.
like to see them. 4 eyelids deep with some drag ripping.
That's what make me happy. Pull some drag. Until then, all right, we got another one. Pull some drag.
But even then,
I'm gonna do the
even
soft
then,
like
that's still deceiving because even like a 10-pound fish on the initial hit, that thing will pull some drag.
depending on if it's going with the current or against.
right.
If it's going with the
Also-
current, it might hit it and pull a little drag. But I leave my drag a little tight, whereas though I don't have to certain rods. I mean reels. I leave it pretty much almost tight. But some I leave a little loose to whereas though I gotta pull it, and then some I got if I can pull it lightly and it pull drag, then I'm good. Depending on the reel. Because some reels will do that and it ain't the reel ain't that daggone good.
Stan, we do have that, but it's in the kayak catfisher tournament.
Lisa Lee,
Pretty big
how
fish.
you doing?
Hello, Lisa. How are
They
you?
were trying to get it going.
You got to take into consideration
kayak
too,
tournament.
if you're using mono, you got the mono stretch too. So
Yeah, I use
You got-
mono on everything. Braid is a nightmare to deal with.
That's the medium, ain't it?
This is the medium. Yep,
I'm about to say, gotta be the medium.
And
that's the medium, and you'll have fun with it, and it'll handle casting. Like I said, it's rated to 8 ounces, but it's still now from the bank. If I'm casting from the bank, I'd much rather have the medium heavy because, especially here, because we are using whole shad heads and 8-ounce sinkers a lot of times, and
yeah,
So-
if I'm fishing for like channel cats at this little local lake here, I'm using my mediums. I got channel cat rod just for that because I got
Yeah.
tired of catching a little 4 or 5 pound channel cat and it'd feel like you're lifting a bicycle with a crane. It's no fun. You want a little bit of play in there. You want to have some fun fighting the fish. So.
yeah,
2 reels,
Man.
1 cock. What's up, buddy? How you doing?
I
How you
don't-
doing?
I don't
Appreciate
like
you
braids
coming
in
in.
tangle situations. Like in the kayak, I would never use braid because it's very easy for a fish to swim from here to
Mhm.
your other rod and get
Oh, you're
tangled up.
talking about knitting sweaters, we call
Yeah.
that.
If you
Yeah.
ever tried to get braid untangled, good luck. Good luck trying to get braid untangled. It
I
ain't
had one-
happening.
I put braid on the second pissy fun that I had, and it cast like a champ. No back feed or nothing. It wasn't. It was good. I said, okay, I adjusted this right. But man, that joker got tied up, and it had a little fish. It was wrapped up. It didn't even get tied up with another line. It was wrapped up with the spook.
in the leader,
the
in the
weight,
spook,
It,
and
man, I
and
was
the
like,
swivel.
oh my!
Yeah, and
Like, you know
and
what?
you
I'm
can't
not
get
even
it
doing
out.
it. Bloop, cut it.
I don't know what you guys are doing wrong. I don't have these problems.
Oh man!
If I get tied up, if they cross all my other lines, it's a big enough fish, and I don't care. If I got
yeah.
like a 30-pound flathead, when I'm anchored up looking for flatheads, that's anchored up, and it comes across all 4 of my lines, I'll cut it. I don't care. I'll
Yeah,
retie
but you
that
gotta
stuff.
catch one of them first, Mark.
wow.
Do you not look at my Facebook profile?
I had to give you some time. I said, "Oh, he about to get me."
I use braid
I need a
on
break.
the bank only.
Like I'm taking my logo and leaving.
Spinning reels, braid only. That's it, man. That's it. Spinning reels.
Jody said, "Oh
braid.
no, he didn't." Yeah,
And it's one of those things.
if I catch one of them and get tired of it, braid, I'll take it too.
It's one of those things that you're going to have an experience with it, and that's whatever you have more confidence in. That's
Yeah,
the line that's going to work best for you, because it just works out that way. I like mono. I like Berkeley Big Game, and Slime Line is hard to
What'd you
beat too.
do?
But
What'd you
it's
do? Kick me out? Can't they even have a smoke break? I was just kidding
No.
about taking my ball and going
Nah.
home.
but
Hey,
price
hey,
point for what you get with Berkeley Big Game, that's tough to beat. $6-7 for a spool of it. Berkeley Big Game, tough to beat. Slime Line is awesome. It's a little bit more expensive though. But I use mono because I've never really had issues with it letting me down.
Well, you guys
Braid?
all use chicken, so there you go.
Braid,
I don't use it
I've
much.
had some of the biggest
Thank
fish
you.
I've ever had on. I've snapped off with braid.
I've tested it out, but I haven't fished with chicken in like it's been a couple months.
I have never lost a fish because my braid has broke. Never.
See, and that's what I'm saying.
On rocks, I have had my braid break.
Yeah.
On rocks.
I haven't, but when it gets tangled up, it's the worst. Because when you get a good fish,
And that's my thing with braid is when
and
it
it
gets tangled up,
runs. See on the
And
back of
when
the
you're
boat,
fishing in
I
a
got
kayak,
4
you're
rods
in-
back there.
you're in tight quarters. It's nothing for a fish to hit one rod over here on this side and swim over here and get tangled up.
Oh yeah,
I've
you're
had
you're
rods- I've
suspending
had
baits
3
off each
rods
cord.
tangled up together in the kayak. All 3 rods just wrapped around, one fish. It's a mess, it's a mess. Braid,
Or laughs at your chicken.
you see, I got
Thanks.
it back. I got
Tim's
it
got my back.
backstage, Brian.
Oh, you got the volume up this time?
Yeah, I'm gonna turn the volume up once we get it going.
Here we go. This is the
Hold on.
no script captain's log.
Let me give it.
Susquehanna stand. I used the whole chicken.
There you go.
Hold up. It was on mute.
2020. We have come Captain's Log 2020. We have come in contact with underwater creatures of mega proportions. First officer Double Stands has captured an armored monster. Brian V caught creatures the size of puppy heads and has what it takes to boldly go where no man has gone before. What the fish snatcher? Captain Log 2020.
That was awesome.
That is
Good
awesome.
stuff.
And the crazy thing is, he came up on here and he was in the dark and did it. And we like, what the heck is he doing?
The captain's log. I missed
nailed
the
it.
captain's logs.
Yeah, he nailed it.
I can't wait till Tim gets back to doing where he can get time to put his videos together and stuff.
See,
Man.
I told you, Tim. I told you.
It's epic. If we can get,
I would tell you guys, like, we as YouTube, content creators, we're very, very, very busy people. But when Tim drops a video, I'm watching it. Like I'm watching
hell
Tim's
yeah.
videos.
a video.
I put them up and I watch
going
it.
live? What?
They
He
keep
going live
me
this Saturday? What you say?
They
He going on
keep
a
me
date Saturday? Oh no, Epic going live Saturday. We got to Sunday evening because I'm gonna be up to probably about 6 in the morning.
I love the live streams. Definitely love the live streams. But
Absolutely.
when he puts out the video, I'm glued to it.
I was watching his videos and didn't. This was before I, started really interacting in the chat. And I was watching his videos and I seen that 100 and something. I was like, oh my God. I know I watched that 5 times and after seeing it the first time, like back to back to back. And I was like, oh my goodness. And I showed my buddy, I was sending it to people and like, look at this fish. Y'all talking trash. Look at this. This is like a midget. He got a midget. He got a whole
I
midget.
remember one of the last ones that he put out was him fishing the Scary River, and he's running, jumping
Oh,
off
yeah.
the dock into the boat, having
That's right.
fun with it.
Ain't no way.
And then he's in this narrow section of the river.
Yeah, he
you
like,
know, and he's going 30 miles an hour around these turns, and to the right is 2 feet of water. Like he's like, hey, I got this. I know. I've been here so many times.
Butt pucker in full effect.
Exactly. Okay, who would get on the boat with him going down the Scurry River?
I would. I definitely would.
I
I have faith in Tim, and I trust Tim, and I definitely would love to go.
I just don't care. That's
I
You
just
know how
don't care.
many football helmets and shoulder pads I got in my garage from my youth?
That ain't gonna help you flying out the
There's a
ball.
term for that. It's called ride or die, right?
That's right.
Shoulder pads.
Ride or die, baby.
And I'll be like, let's go, Tim. Where we going?
Ooh. Tim
Not
said-
only would I be riding, I'd be like, photo.
Tim
We'll be
says he
looking for
has
that,
footage
Tim.
from a 2007 #1 anchor of all time coming up sometime in the near future. Now, first of all, I don't even know, like when Tim was on those 95s, couple 95s and 80s, he was like, this doesn't even crack his top 10 anchors. So that just tells you
Yeah.
it's not easy to break his top 10 anchors. And this is the #1 anchor of all time.
Yeah, he
I
cheating.
can't wait. I can't wait for that. My #1 anchor is like a 53-pound fish. His #1 anchor is 700-pound fish. Who
How
knows?
many-
what
how
he
many-
got?
One of those one of
That would
those
be
things
heavy.
that hang off the side of his boat with a winch connected to it so he can get the fish out of the water.
Right.
Well,
Tim
It
got
sure is.
electric reels over there pulling this fish in.
through years and years and years of that's what he targeted that was his thing, monster epic catfish.
Epic
And through
catfish.
years and years and years of that, he developed the cheat codes. And it wasn't like he's got the cheat codes now because he earned them.
Yeah,
And-
I'm just glad like he lives up to the hype because some people have YouTube names but they don't live up to the hype. Tim, I think the name Epic Catfish doesn't live up to Tim. Like Tim is bigger than that.
I mean, what's beyond epic though?
I don't know. I don't know what's beyond it, but it could.
I ain't
definitely go
comparing. I'm not comparing them to nobody, but I mean, you can't compare him to nobody because the knowledge, the knowledge that he gives you, and the proof that he shows you is
Yeah.
all right there in front of you. He can tell
Appreciate
you whatever he
it.
wants to you, but if you ain't got no proof of it, then okay, hey, Epic. But when he go give you that knowledge, and at the same time, hold on, as I'm giving you this knowledge, and let me roll in a 90, you're like, this dude know what he's talking about.
But that's what makes our
Epic.
that's what makes him epic.
Yeah.
But we've got everybody's got their thing, and that's what Epic's thing is. That's why he, the captain's log. That's why that works because that some major crap is about to go down.
Oh yeah.
You hear him talk about the captain's log. You know that it's about to happen.
Mhm.
Everybody's got their thing. So,
Big Rod.
I appreciate that Tim shares that with me, and I can't thank him enough for it.
You have a good night, man. Appreciate
Have a
you
good night,
coming in,
bud.
man. Much respect.
Hit that thumbs
Have a
up
good
on
day
the way
with
out.
Because I had a couple of them I was sending to him when they was live. I can't remember them now, but he was trying to read them, but the chat was going so fast. He was like, God dang it, I tried to get it. I was like, what would Epic say? But yeah, it's definitely his lives are. You on the edge of your seat every time the rod go on because you don't know what it's gonna be.
He's gonna add a captain's log to the all-time anchor bit. There you go.
Mhm.
Gotta get up and pour concrete in the morning. All right, Big Rise. Thanks for stopping in, champ.
That
Yeah.
Damn,
And
who's
that's
in the
about-
laundry room. He said, "Look at these three guys. Three of them have nice backgrounds, and one is in the laundry room. Which one's in the laundry room?"
he talking about you in the laundry room. You got the dryer behind you, buddy.
That's a deep freezer. Talking about a dryer. That's the bake cooler right there.
Yeah,
I
where
know.
are you,
They
Hass?
don't
What
know.
room in the house are you at?
I'm in the office. I'm in the office.
Okay.
That's where I'm at. Yeah.
Your wife lets you keep bait in your office? She's a good lady.
Yeah,
No,
that's
that's-
this
keep it
deep
right
freezer
there.
right here is for bait. That's what this freezer. I bought this deep. That's why we have all the stickers on it. That's why I put all the.
She's a keeper, that's for sure.
Yeah,
You had to label that joke. Mine.
I had to label it. She has her deep freezer for the food, and I got my deep freezer for the bait.
I always used to put the night crawlers in the fridge, and my wife would flip out for about the first year. Then she got used to it, and I had my own drawer. That that very bottom drawer in the fridge. That was my drawer.
Yeah. I know.
My wife don't
knows
even like
it.
me keeping bait in the freezer in the garage.
Sean,
Well, that's
man,
true
he
now.
need to read the read the chat. He be
That's
sitting
what
there
it was.
looking-
She was tired of me putting bait in her thing, so I was like, well, found this thing at Costco. I was like, I bought this thing, bring it home, and that was it. Now we got a whole bunch of bait up in. I still got some James River gizzard shad in this thing from like 2 months ago. I don't know how it's going to work out. We're going to test it out one day. I'm going to
It
do a
ain't
video and see.
It ain't working
Always-
when we was using it.
Always bring backup when you do that stuff. I'll use that old. I'll bring a bag of that old bait. And make sure I got a bag of new stuff. Always backup plan.
That joint is going out in the trash on trash night because that crap didn't work.
What? The gizzard shad works. It works.
It didn't.
I don't know.
Not that bait that you gave me. The same bait that you got in that freezer.
Oh, you got that? You can't.
Yeah, I
okay.
used it for two times. It didn't work.
And it didn't work. Yeah, see, gizzard shad is something that got to be fresh, but I don't. Really
I
have
didn't
much
get
love.
a bite off of it 2 days in a row. I said they got them some daggone they gave that bad gizzard shads. Their eyes was yellow
Nah, but
already.
One thing you know about James River, they will go out and catch fresh bait, and if it's like 4 hours old, 6 hours old, they're like, let's go get some new bait.
New bait.
They use the freshest of the fresh, and then they will not use
4
it old.
hours though. Wow.
I'm
Yep.
telling you, I witnessed this. They go out and like, all right, let's go do another bait drop and go get some.
A lot of times, that's why, Mark. That's why on the when I was up against J Dog in that 1v1, that's why we had that gill net out and still trying to catch bait at the beginning of the tournament because it was we were having problems getting it that morning. We were still trying to get some as it started. So,
Well, I
You know?
guess I keep my bait alive until I go to cut it up. Always.
Yeah,
If I'm using
that's
cut
what my
bait,
plan
as long as
is.
it's not shad, because shad I have a hard time keeping alive. I can still do it, just not as successful as possible. And I'll use the ones that are dead in the tank before I go to the live ones. Try to keep it as live as possible. So yeah, I guess I kind of get it. Even if I'm using bluegills or whatever, I won't cut them up until I go to use them.
What you talking about,
Yeah.
Susquehanna Stan?
Like, I know I sabotage you by giving you some bait that don't work.
Oh yeah, you set me up. You set me up. Okay, I got you.
I was going to say maybe it was operator error, but maybe not.
Yeah, I think
No.
so. That's what I think. He didn't have a good spots. He didn't know.
He
where to
had
go.
it too that day.
See-
He used it and it ain't work. We still ain't kept.
I mean, we were fishing at Haynes Point. Don't nothing work at Haynes Point.
see, Mark is a smack talk sniper. He's just sitting back waiting. Brian B got him how long ago? Like 15, 20 minutes ago with that shot. Mark just let it go, just sat back, waited for the perfect shot.
If you guys only knew the stuff I hold back, because I try to be gentlemanly like.
Mark said, "Oh, I'm gonna get your ass. I'm gonna get you."
I don't know what you're talking about.
Mark said, "You know what? I want to get him, but I don't want it to affect my channel."
When you least expect it, expect it.
Then, oh man. Well, good thing you are probably a moderator Monday. The Lord knows you might say or ask in there.
Oh, I'm busy. Is that this Monday?
Yeah.
Are you so excited? Are you nervous?
Nah, I'm good now.
I'm gonna see if I can't figure out how to make you nervous between then and now.
Oh, he's not on the show on Monday.
I'm good.
Monday.
I just found out today that Patriot James is a brother of mine.
Oh, you did?
Yep.
I
Didn't
can
know
see the
it was
resemblance.
today.
What the fish snatcher?
So he ain't
I
gonna
know what
let
he's talking about.
He ain't gonna let me drown.
Explain yourself, Brian.
He's a Masonic brother.
My son.
Oh,
There you-
Masonic. There you go.
Mm-hmm. Found that out today when he was live. He didn't see what I put. He was close.
I thought you knew that already.
I didn't know.
I knew he was. I didn't know you were.
Yep. He said it today, talking about his friend that he had to bury today. Bury Monday, I think. And he was like, he was a good brother. Da da da. And I was like, my brother.
I'm gonna tell James he needs to do that secret handshake with you before you can be trusted.
He can't do it online. I'll tell you that much.
Exactly. So he can't trust you.
But he can say something and I can answer him.
Oh.
He'll know. He'll know. What I got like 7 years in. I'm pretty sure
Appreciate that, Mike.
years into me.
I think he just became one recently, to be honest with you.
Really?
Yeah, not too long ago, if I'm not
And where is
mistaken.
he at? And
Is he in Virginia? South Carolina?
I thought he was in Carolina, I think.
I think so.
Who's that?
Patriot James.
Look who's
Yeah,
back.
he's South Carolina's. I think he's South Carolina.
Think so.
Oh yeah. Yeah, they don't play that in there.
Him is back.
He's definitely in the Carolinas.
Sleep's not illegal. What are you talking about?
Swim is not illegal, fellas.
Because we all up here not sleeping.
Pontoon Jody says he is sleep typing. Jody's another one. She's another sniper. Her
Oh,
timing
Jody
on
was-
Smack Talk is
She is
perfect.
no sniper. She's machine gun.
Well, this is true.
Jody,
Well,
might
she's
say,
got
"I'm not even
perfect.
back."
She's
I'm
got
going
the
to-
perfect timing too. That's
You got guys
Oh,
wearing
man.
makeup and
And
unicorn hordes and
And
walking
Jody
the
got
runway.
another one. I mean, Aaron, I don't know if you're still in here, but Jody's undefeated with these bets. I'm
Oh, he
sorry. but
listening.
you're about to take a swim, my guy. Jody going to pull up at the dock and whip your I hope you got some floaties. Jody, buy him some floaties. Buy Regulator some floaties and make him wear the floaties. with
Hey,
you.
Or like little blow up
crazy thing
ponies
is-
or something.
Yeah, look.
The crazy thing is, he said, I'll give you some floaties, Jody.
she's another. Jody's another one out there on the no sleep
can't
squad.
wait. I cannot
Dude,
wait.
Mike-
Yo, somebody buy floaties, and whoever has to go swimming has to wear the floaties too.
1979. See you later. Have a good one.
Have a good night, bud.
All right, man. Hey, look.
222.
Hey, Jody, this is what you do. And I know Aaron probably listening because he at work and he got his headphones on, but he can't type when he at work.
No.
When he take a little break. You got to make him wear a pair of shorts, his boots, and a tank top and jump in the water with a rubber ducky around his waist.
I don't think nobody wants to see that.
No, he can't go in there with his jeans on. Damn, put on some shorts. That water gonna be cold. But he gotta have his boots on.
Big duck. I don't think he ever take the boots off, honestly.
All right, outdoor Jack. Yeah, get some rest. I'm pretty sure you got school tomorrow, buddy.
I know. Dang, outdoor Jack 120. Yeah.
If I knew your mama, I would call her and tell her you be on here late.
He ain't gonna be at school tomorrow.
So I missed the bus. Oh, there go Lisa Lee. Lisa Lee said last night, just let me know when it's over. I don't even want to watch it.
Yeah.
She gonna see her boo go in the water with his boots on.
But I tell you what, Oh, catfish instigators. I mean regulators there and there. He's a good dude. I got to meet him a couple times down there fishing on the dock, and awesome.
I haven't met him, but
I'm gonna make it down there to that dock one of these days.
He is exactly what you think, what you see on.
Sure. I've sat on the phone with him a couple times.
Yeah.
And it ain't no different than what he was when he was on YouTube.
I just can't get down to the dock. I can't do no traveling right now until
Has got to be local.
Yeah, I gotta be local until this baby comes.
Well, let me know when you want to go down, Brian B. I got the address.
How long of a drive is that for you guys?
Where they at?
I think 2 hours and like 2 hours, 2.5 hours at the most.
Get like Gaston, right?
Lake Gaston?
For you, Brian B, it's a little more than that.
More than that. Richmond is 2.5 hours from us.
It's probably 3.5 for you.
I can do 2 hours, 2.5 hours all day, no problem. Once you get into that,
when I googled it,
Lake Gaston is 3
southwest.
Is what?
It's
well, it depends on where. 3:30, 3 hours and 30 minutes.
Yeah, and has
it's Southwest Virginia.
There he is. There's Aaron.
But it depends on what.
Unless there's a different way. Go ahead.
I would go 301. And see, I'm further down. I'm closer to 30. I'm probably 20 minutes, 25 minutes from 301 Bridge to go over into King George in Virginia. So I'm not that far.
It depends on where. Okay, so
Dad is further up the Beltway. He's further north than I am. He up the Beltway from me.
I'm with Epic. Don't feel bad for any of you at all.
I don't see the thing is,
yeah, 2.5 hours, 3 hours.
Epic will drive 5 hours just to get to his fishing spot. That's why I'm like, we are very spoiled where we at because we have the Potomac River, which is 40 minutes from me. The James River is 2 hours.
The dancing machine.
I can always go
for I-85. So yeah, it's might be, maybe okay. It ain't. It's not far. Put it like that.
Let me see how far Bracey is
and to go back.
Let me see.
But I ain't going back. I'm stay out there all night.
Oh, Bracey's not far at all. 3 hours. 3 hours. Okay.
Oh, so you wouldn't come down to 95 then, huh?
And
I mean, we would go to 95, but then we'll take 85.
Yeah,
you would go 95 because you on that 95 side.
No idea what you guys are talking about.
So for me,
when is this going down? If it goes down after
probably about the same as when. Oh, go ahead. November.
Nah, the baby won't. Well, the baby's due end of November, but it obviously come at any time in November. But I'm down. I'll definitely want to take a road trip. Just can't travel too far.
Oh dang! I say 3 hours.
So we're hearing what the bet is, but what are the terms of the bet? Are you guys going for time limits, number of fish, pounds of fish? What are they talking?
It's big. It's gonna be when we go. It's never just a day trip. Take 3 tanks of gas and a motel stay. It's an adventure for sure. Oh yeah, Tim. I know when you guys go, you guys stay down. That's why I've seen you guys go Saturday night live and do the Sunday night live. For sure. Now you got to deal with time when you're here. Aaron, I'll bring the rubber duck.
I was saying something last night because we had to drive like the hour to get to our spot because from the city here, we're only like 10 minutes from the river, from the James River up here in the city of Richmond.
Yeah, I'm 8 minutes from my boat ramp, which is probably why I stay
40.
here.
I'm like 40 minutes from where I put in at 35 without traffic.
The way I put it in that, I'm literally 15 minutes or 25 minutes.
I called my boy over at Muskie Tails, which is a bait shop up on the northest lake of the chain. It's literally like an hour and 5 minutes from me. I'm like, hey, Justin, he's like, what's up? I go, are the crappie in the channels yet? He says, no, why? He says, because I ain't driving my ass all the way up there until they are.
Makes sense.
Man, I can't wait. I want to see when this is going down. That's gonna be a fun one. Jody done got Aaron reeled into the bets. They both fishing from the dock. Might even make another side bet to see Instigator strut his stuff down the catwalk.
Yeah, that's going to change. It's going to change from the dock to the catwalk. That's going to be the new name.
That's going to be the new name after you had the one-tonners do the strut.
Fishing at the catwalk.
Fishing at the catwalk.
Bring her some Hello Kitty arm floats. Oh no, we don't want the bubble screen this time. We want to see the whole thing. Cause the service kind of funny over there.
I mean, what did the one-tonners have? Because they had, or was it?
He put it on the. I forgot.
He just used a filter on.
YouTube because it was on YouTube.
No. I think it was no.
It was party mode. It was party
Hooks
mode.
And hammocks. I'm talking about the quality. When Hooks and Hammocks went live, it still looked like their regular 1080p live stream. I don't know what service they got, but man,
Could have been where they was at.
They was at the dock.
Oh, well, that's
yeah, but they were still on that 3 boards of service. You had to stay right in that one spot to get the service there.
Or they can pay one of the neighbors to let them use their Wi-Fi that lives right there.
Yeah, I know, right?
Tim, it's 128.
Modern problems require modern solutions.
It is 128 on the East Coast AM. So all the kids, the last kid that was in the chat left. So speak your mind. Speak your mind.
Let the shit off your chest, man.
Man, when Brian and Chunky shaved my head bald, my hat size went down a notch.
Yeah, and we all know that's why Brian B's wears it like that.
I'm bald, son.
Went down a notch when that happened.
I'm out on those last 2 little bumps back there.
Regular said this is gonna look good on TikTok.
I told them
that'll definitely get a lot of views on TikTok.
Not that I want to take credit for it or anything, but I told Aaron and LG they should do that because he was doing it every Friday night. They'd come down, Aaron'd be down, they'd be fishing. They've been doing that for a long time before they started going live and stuff. I said you should do it and call Hanging on the Dock or something like that. Then they finally started doing it, and the rest is history. Now that dock is famous.
Yeah, I be mad when they ain't live. Like, what the hell? Aren't supposed to be live this time of night?
What am I going to do the rest of the night?
Right. That's what John Parker said the other night. When somebody was closing their show, I was like, hey. Dana was still out there. He's like, I'm bored. Somebody go live. I was like, damn. Stan went in chat. I was like, oh, we ain't going live.
Look at Jody calling out Aaron. Don't take long to set a date, Aaron, or I will move on.
Tim said it went down 3 notches after Chunky spanked you. Who's counting? Oh, man. Tim throwing shots.
Jody said the 1-tons were too easy.
Yeah, they just went for it.
They saw
like Jody said, we can't catch 4 fish in an hour.
You can do that.
What?
Like,
we can do that.
They thought they had her for a second there because when she first made the bet, there was only like 2 rods out on the end of the dock. All of a sudden, Josh and Art and Ken started pulling rods out of it. She's like, "Wait a minute, there was only 2 rods out when we made this bet."
It's like, you just put a rod in it.
I think Kyle took his rods and went home.
Yeah.
He's like, I'm out.
I don't want parts of this bet.
No,
Tim.
No, Tim.
I don't know if I want to see that.
Tim, she is married.
Ew.
She's a woman of class. Little horn dog.
All right, Epic. Good seeing you, Tim.
All right, Epic. Appreciate it.
Good night,
man.
bud.
Tim said, "What? I wasn't even gonna watch it live. I was gonna go watch the replay and screen record it."
So do we have a date for this challenge or what?
Nah, they ain't got a date yet. Come on, take
Kenneth.
it. It's an excuse.
We caught 1 fish and had 3 more bites, but didn't hang any up.
Well, don't include the bites. You caught 1 fish. Okay. One thing different from me and one time I catch fish.
One thing for
He won't
one
say
thing
that.
for certain, 2 things for sure. I catch some fish.
He ain't say that. But he ain't set a date yet, neither.
Jody says, no, Aaron, LG catches fish.
Still got 34 people watching. And big shout out to Pontoon Jody. She's got that competition tomorrow night, 10 p.m. Yeah, Thursday.
Yep.
Lose track of days. But
You gonna
tomorrow
have
night,
to
10 p.m. on Pontoon Jody Catfishing channel. That's going to be a lot of fun. Susquehanna Stan, what was each of yours most memorable catch? Well, mine was this
Hold on,
rod got
hold on,
retired.
anybody except Stan.
Very first flathead I ever caught, 32 pounds. Took me a year to find it.
My most memorable catch.
Willow says, Stan, don't get 2 stands started.
Had to be the I caught a 35, 30. I don't know if I can't remember if it was 32 or 35. But it bent my rod down. We was on the dock. And it bent the rod down like crazy. I just knew I had a 100-pounder. Knew the catfishing at that point. I reeled it in, felt the weight of it, put it on scale, came up like 32. And then my other rod went off, and I had that one in my hand. So I just almost just like threw that fish like 100 miles across the water to grab the other rod and threw the scale in the water with it. And then I get that fish all the way up to the water. And as it comes up to the rocks, it's, of course, once it get out the water good, it's bucking. And it was bigger than the 32. I go to grab it, and it popped my line and went right back into the water. That was the most memorable catch I got, because I'm still looking for that sucker. I don't know what he looked like, but I'm looking for him.
Yeah, that
That
first
looked like
fish was pretty cool. I actually made Woods and Waters magazine with that fish too. Pretty proud of that one. That was not giving up. That was 3 nights a week looking, not knowing what the hell I was doing.
My most memorable one was with Fishing Magician. I'm new to catfishing. You know, I was doing a lot of bass fishing and stuff, but bass fishing is not too great here. And obviously, when it gets colder, it's really hard to get on them. So you know that fall, winter. So I would switch over to catfishing and get to learn how to do some catfishing. And in 3 months, I had to figure out how to get on the catfish. My first month, I didn't catch. I think my first like 4 trips out, I got skunked catching catfish. And then I hit Chunky up. I messaged him or left a comment on his page asking him, what baits was he using, because he was always getting on them. And he was like white perch and eel. So I was going out there with eel, and I ended up catching, like, my PB at the time was like 19 pounds. But me and Fishing Magician, we went to fish off Thompson's Boathouse, that dock right there at Thompson's Boathouse. It's deep water. It's like 35, 40 feet deep right there. And we were fishing there in January. And it was a rough day. Like, it was a very windy day. It wasn't a good day for recording, but we were like, man, we're still going out here. We're going to make it work. And I just remember my rod just rip and drag. And I was using a Penn Fierce 3 at the time, like spin cast combo or spinning combo. And I picked the rod up, tighten up the drag and, go to give it the hook, make sure the hook is set on it. And my rod is just like doing some violent shakes I've never seen.
Appreciate you coming in, Missy.
And my biggest PB at the time was 19 pounds, so I've never felt like a very big, massive fish with big head shakes and stuff like that. And we get this fish in, and I got this little net, that is for like a 35, pound fish. You can get him in. But Fishing Magician took that net, swooped him in, and got half of his body in and just like wrenched him up onto the dock. And we were going crazy. Like, you could hear the excitement, because I've never seen a fish anywhere near that big, and he's never seen a fish that big, even. And it was crazy. That was the best catch that I still to this date. That's my most memorable catch. To go from 19 pounds to 52 pounds, skip 20s, 30s, and 40s. That was crazy. It was fun.
Well, some of mine, obviously that sturgeon was awesome, but when we were out with Dan and Courtney, and Courtney ended up catching the 60-pounder on this rod. I'm like, no, Dan, you get it. No, Dan, you get it. She's like, he's like, Courtney. She's like, will it be fun? Meanwhile, it's like, man, the drag is taking off. Well, of course it's going to be fun. That's been awesome. Being involved with my granddaughters, both catching 30-pound blues already as personal best. What could be better than that? My one granddaughter down in saltwater, picking her own jigs out, putting gulps on, and she's the only one. She's sitting in the water casting, catching reds, and nobody else there is catching anything, and she's catching fish on her own.
Where are you catching reds at, Stan?
Down by Virginia Beach.
Oh, so they got them out by you? Another reason
Yeah.
to head out east. That's on my bucket list.
Oh yeah, they're down that way. Actually, it was by Hampton. But yeah, most of my more memorable catches is being with other people and helping them get that memorable catch. I love that. I love that more than anything.
Hopefully next week.
4 weeks, Aaron.
And
I don't know if we could wait all that time.
No, he said within the next 4 weeks. You got to see which weekend he got off. So hopefully not this weekend, but next.
What is the tournament going to be called? Sink or swim?
Yep. Sink or swim tournament.
Sink or swim from the dock. Stan, what is going on with your phone over there?
That's what I was just looking at.
It's doing something weird.
It's probably the battery.
It's like back in the day, you got smacked the side of the TV.
Yeah, I'm about to say. Remember, he blew the phone earlier. He was like, you might gotta take the cartridge out and blow it again.
Give it a good night.
Good luck, Tim. I hope you get on a monster, bud. Tim, are you fishing with Chris for catfish, or are you going to go fishing for walleye and other stuff?
Yeah, that's why I say Tim can't do. I mean, Ern ain't gonna be able to do it on a Thursday night. It'll be something outside of that. He don't go down to the dock till Friday and Saturdays, depending on if he got work on Friday.
Dag blasted flip phone.
And we thought Stan was a professional YouTuber.
Yeah, and he out here, he video recording on a Polaroid camera. You got lines and stuff going through.
And we lost him.
Mm-hmm. He probably close it out and come back in and see if it's.
So who's fishing this weekend?
I'm gonna go out in the morning time.
I know I ain't. Well, I ain't gonna say I know I ain't. If I get the flywheel together, I'm definitely going out there to make sure I can do something.
Have you been able to find parts?
I don't need a part as
Well, you don't? Well, then you're good. That's the hard part of it. I know.
I gotta get magnets for the inside of the flywheel. There 3 magnets are broke in the inside. I'm thinking that's what caused the problem. By that flywheel spinning, the magnets was cracked, so it was hitting the. I can't.
Is that for the magneto? Those magnets for the charger?
Yeah, I believe so.
Yeah.
So I probably hit it and threw it off, and it hit something, and it probably hit the starter and busted down, and that's what made it spin around and come off. We'll see. I got it in my trunk.
If I get that call about those crappie, I'll be heading out for them this weekend. See what I can do about that. I mean, if I go out now, even Tim said it's getting kind of late in the year for flatheads out here. I was hoping to get that one, but there's always channel cast. But I want to get on some crappie. I want to get a couple bags of fillets in the freezer.
Oh yeah.
Maybe make a video or try to figure out how to go live with it. Should be fun. It's something easy to fish for. Finding them's the hard part. Catching them's the easy part.
When you go out there, do what you do. You want to go live, let somebody know you can go live, and
Will do.
Somebody will tell you what they saying in the chat. And
I told Dockery I was going to utilize his expertise, which means I'm going to have him over there as comic relief. We'll see.
Oh yeah,
he'll have lots of shit to say.
Yeah,
he's going to give me so much shit.
He'll be perfect for it.
We're trying to get him up to 500 subs just because it pisses him off. I don't know if you guys noticed that yet or not. Oh shit. Who else was I looking that's getting up near 1,000 subs? Somebody I was checking out today.
John Parker is getting closer. Well, he's not at the 800 mark yet.
And Avid, we know. There was somebody else. I forgot who it was. Oh, I think it was Parker. He's getting pretty close too.
I didn't.
He was like 7.
I don't look at people's subs.
I don't either, but I was on his live and I'm like, let's see where he's at. Let's see Parker.
He at 722.
Yeah, I was like, oh, he's getting up there.
Mm-hmm.
I keep giving him a bunch of crap about him having an editor. It must be nice. Tell me that wouldn't be awesome, Has. Just hand them cards off to somebody when you get home. Here.
I don't know. I don't know if I would trust him.
His nephew who does it does a pretty good job.
Well, yeah, that is very nice. That is very. I
can't even get my wife to film a catch and cook.
Record. It took me. I probably got 10 hours into this video.
What's up, Avid?
That's
what's
dropping
up,
tomorrow.
Avid?
Susquehanna. No, Timolina. I wouldn't
What's going on,
suggest
Avid?
because your signal ain't gonna be that strong, so you're not gonna be able to stream from it.
But I mean, you know, they can definitely help you out. I would have like a co-editor. Somebody can go in and get all the clips lined up and trim down to where I want them, and then I can go in and do the finishing touches. That would be cool.
You're a control freak, huh?
One of these days. Yeah, definitely. Because you know, you have to watch it and make sure if it's gonna be posted up.
You got to represent yourself.
You gotta protect your craft.
Yeah. You gotta protect your craft.
Big Mike took the night off to respool his reels. Man, he's been on every night, hasn't he?
Yeah,
Every night.
He said last night that he was gonna be off the night. He wasn't going fishing.
Monday through Friday.
You figure like
Big Mike out there.
2 or 3 days. Well, 3 to 4 days out the week, you going fishing until 1 o'clock in the morning because that's pretty much your shut-off time, 1 o'clock, and then he gets up at like 5.
Wow, he's gonna get tired. He'll burn himself
cutting yourself out asleep. So eventually, it's gonna catch up to you.
I don't know.
That's what happened yesterday. You know me, man. I never freaking sleep. And then yesterday I fished, for 10 hours.
Man,
I got home, watched a little of that show, and I was like, oh my God, I got to go to bed.
Yeah,
I slept from like 6 o'clock my time till like 3 in the morning. I got up for 3 hours. I went back to bed at 6 in the morning and slept till 2 in the afternoon. Woke up, I had to hurry up and get some damn work done. I was like, oops.
Yeah,
I don't know.
Me
personally, I just 2 nights, 1 night, 2 nights I can do. After that, you guys are burnt out of me. You don't even want to see my face anymore.
What time was it?
I don't know if you guys noticed. I took what looked like some candy. Those were some melatonins. I took 2 of them gummies trying to put myself out.
What time was it? It was about 5. It was after 5 when we got off live last night. And I said, you know what?
Wow.
I gotta set the tone here. All right, y'all. I guess I'll talk to y'all tomorrow somewhere. I'm gonna get off here. I got 2 hours before I gotta make sure this boy on the bus.
Yeah,
and everybody follow suit. But it wasn't nothing about the chat or nothing. I was just getting old because I was tired.
I don't do these. Look, it's about my bedtime now. I'm about to shut this thing down.
Look, Mike about to go live in a minute.
I can't do these 5 a.m. streams.
Yeah, Mike he's a night owl. He's fishing Lake Springfield too,
which is cool though because if you can't go to sleep, hell, you can pop in and even if you don't come up on the panel, you can sit there in the chat and BS with everybody till you go to sleep. I think the night before last, I fell asleep on him.
Oh my gosh, Tim! What is going Palmetto? I
think he's talking about that first tournament that he did. What was it? The last man standing one. That was hard to watch there at the end. I felt bad for him.
He was going bonkers when Roger and Hayes came up. I was like, thank you God because Kevin is sleepy. He didn't know what he was doing.
He needed nappy time.
And it was crazy because I stayed up late the night before. And he sent me the message and I couldn't help him. I was in the bed and I could not get out.
I went up there, Roger and what was his dumb name? The Weekend Angler. We all went up there. Josh,
yeah. I forgot Josh came up there. Yeah, y'all saved him because he got about 4 or 5 hours of sleep.
He was hurting.
Everything was fun.
I kept tuning in and out all night. I wasn't going to watch the whole thing.
I
didn't either.
Every time I tuned in, things were changing. I could sense them.
Yeah,
it was getting
it was goofy.
When I got on,
and then he was getting irritated. Then he got goofy again. I was like, okay.
He started going crazy when he was sleep deprived.
Yeah, it was like, oh my goodness.
Welcome back, Stan.
Welcome, thank you. I had to kickstart the phone again.
You had to do the lawnmower.
Put some oil in it.
Nah, man.
I need a little Mountain Dew.
Pour some of that on your telephone. Get it right.
Yeah. I just hooked the charger up to it. Charger in
That's
it.
how Savage Two Stands is. His phone runs on Mountain Dew. Mountain Dew, if
Right.
you guys don't reach out to this guy, if
you know-
people don't contact his people,
I used to
like
drink that Mountain Dew all the time, Stan, and then I drank so much of that stuff I used to grind my teeth. I had to stop drinking that stuff. It was so bad. I don't know how you do it, man.
I don't know. You know, growing up, you always heard stories about Mountain Dew and killing certain, counts
I know
and stuff in the mail body.
I know a truck driver who got caffeine poisoning from that stuff. He was drinking like the big gulps full of it, like nonstop,
Good gracious.
while he was in the truck.
You can really overdose on caffeine. I did it one morning. Y'all hear that echo?
Yeah, no, I don't hear an echo.
I do.
I hear when you talk.
But
Yeah, when Stan talks, I hear the echo.
damn, I was opening at the restaurant, and I thought I was off that next day,
You're good
and
now.
ended up going out all night. Went out all night, and got home. I'm like, looked at my schedule on the fridge. I was like, oh damn, I got to be to work in 2 hours.
Big dummy.
So, showered, do whatever, and was drinking coffee, then some Dr. Pepper, some Mountain Dew, took some like caffeine pills back in the day, and man, like I thought I was gonna die.
You did.
You go past that point and it's crazy. You don't really think about it because you're just trying to, get yourself going a little bit. But yeah, it was not good.
Oh yeah, I remember Jolt Cola, Tim.
You get the shakes.
Yeah, it was bad.
I remember
Jolt
taking
Cola.
taking them caffeine pills, man. Them things will get you.
The no-dos?
No dose, that's it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I used to take that and wash it down with a Mountain Dew. I used to do 2 trips from Maryland to West Virginia, taking 2. Guy used to buy county cars from the auction, and the best time to go down there is at nighttime because there's no traffic. It's to tear the highway up. But then my uncle said, "Man, these Jones drive. Y'all could take 2 on the truck, and then Brian, you could drive 1. Y'all could make double the money." I was like, "All right, cool." Went down that joker, had a no dose, popped the Mountain Dew, and we going down the road. Something said, daggone one of the trucks. The truck that I was driving overheated, blew the head gasket. Pulled on the side of the road. Maybe not even 3 minutes after I pulled on the side of the road, here comes the state. Lights on, no dealer tag, a paper fake dealer tag. They dropped me off at the gas station. I sat there amped up on Mountain Dew and no dose. Like 4 hours waiting on somebody come get me, and my phone went dead. You talk about somebody sitting there like, man, I said, oh my God. And I kept saying, my conscience was like, calm down. But I'm sitting there like, I don't know how I'm gonna get home. Man.
Police think you're tweaking on
I'm
something.
sitting out there just like crackhead and everything. I was like, oh my God, I got to go. I don't know where. I can't remember nobody's number because it's stored in your phone now. My uncle and them, they don't get up till early morning. They ain't answering the phone. I'm like, oh my goodness.
What kind of drugs you taking? No dose and Mountain Dew.
Right. Like, good thing I got some money in my pocket.
Yeah.
If I had to eat, I could buy me something to eat and stuff. But good God, the guy who was driving the tow truck, his phone went dead and didn't have his charger, so I couldn't call him. He never looked for me as he went back up the road. I'm like, you son of a.
Oh, he knew.
end up getting in contact with somebody else that drove with us. Him and his wife had to get out of bed and come and get me. So that was another 3 hours, 2 hours waiting on them to come get me. But I was in the back seat like this. So I ain't taking those another day in my life.
You was in the backseat twerking.
All right, Jody. Good night.
You was
Good
doing
night,
the
Jody.
Bernie back there. You just
I'll pull an all-nighter fishing or back, like last year we would do a bunch of all-nighters. We'd go camp out on an island or whatever. And you just get so darn tired you just can't sleep. I don't care what you do. Just too long. That's even worse. Holy smokes.
I've been that way. But then it kick in.
Man, you're done. Out for the count.
Like we stayed.
Then your wife will be waking you up. Hey, I don't feel good. Rub my back. Oh.
Yeah, you just go. Oh, I feel her
Yeah.
back. I rubbed it. All right. What we can do, we can end this live stream.
I'm about to peace out on y'all. I'm getting.
As I said,
I'm falling due.
Y'all talking about the no-nos. I'm about to go those.
Brian B.
No,
What time you got to be up tomorrow, Has?
I don't got to be up no time tomorrow, but I'm going to sleep. My son gonna wake me up tomorrow. That's what's gonna happen.
All right, good
Just
people.
hang, Brian B. They just can't hang.
Yeah, they can't hang. But we gonna jump out of here. If y'all still up, want some entertainment, jump over to Mike's Fishing Home because he just went live maybe 5 or 10 minutes ago. Jump over there and check him out. Same kind of conversation.
Yeah, y'all jump over there,
chilling.
and I'm going to jump in the bed.
I'll stop in there, say hello, and then it's going to be bedtime.
He's just shooting the crap. But we gonna get out.
Y'all
of here.
definitely make sure
Can I-
check out
Drop the
out
link,
Pontoon
y'all.
Jody tomorrow night, 10 p.m.
Absolutely.
Timberlina
Don't
needs
forget
to chat.
fishing
Somebody
with
drop the link.
fishing with the Chad tomorrow, and then Panfish Nation, and then Jody. You got a night
And then
made up for
Jody.
tea.
Mhm.
There we go.
Yep.
Can
I'll
I
be
take
out
too much
fishing.
of this melatonin? Because I really don't want to wake up tonight.
You're not gonna, how many pills did you take?
Don't OD.
I took 2 gummies.
Oh yeah,
I think
you're
you
gonna
did
be
enough.
out for the night.
Yeah.
Oh, you should, was it melatonin or was it CBD? Which
My God, I appreciate that.
Holler at your boy right here.
That's